Let your voices ring out. All right, what is up, everyone? OJ over here from Player Essence. Welcome back to another PE Live. Today we got a good show for you guys. Should be a good one. We're going to be talking about some issues with the Piranha Plant. It came out actually a little bit ago that there were issues with certain SD memory cards causing problems with Piranha Plant and playing All-Star mode or just having some issues. So it looks like people have gotten down to the bottom of it. Kind of what's going down. It looks like there's going to be there's counterfeit SD cards going around. So that's unfortunate. I do want to say before we get into like the ninja news and the shout outs, I want to give a quick shout out to I think it's Grease. He donated $5 when we were off air, and he said through Streamlabs too, by the way. And he said, "I am so sorry that you have so much trouble. Some people are way too angry and act inappropriately for their age. You are quite on point on them. I know I could never do your job. I never had the ability to empathize to stop my ego. Don't listen to the haters." Oh yeah, man, it's all good. Thank you. First of all, Grease, thank you, man. I appreciate that. And no, this job it's more of a blessing than it is a curse. I'll tell you that right now. It has its ups and downs. Obviously, income's never stable. But there's always a bottom line. There's always like a flat, line that that I'll do just based on my videos. But at the same time, you guys are super supportive, and it's fun. You just run into idiots every now and then, which pretty much in any job, there's no perfect job to where you're not going to run into idiots or like bad customers or like whatever. Like if you're working like at a store, you're working at Walmart, or you're working, you're always going to run into weirdos and bad people. But the majority of people are going to be cool, and that's kind of how it is like with every job. Like even if you're like a doctor, you're going to run into crazy people. You're going to just run into everything at any job. So it's all good. It's all good. But thank you, Grease. I appreciate the $5 donation, my man. All right, so let's go and get into a little bit of ninja news. Today we had a couple of videos on the channel. The first video that we did for today was just the normal. Shout out to Victor, Mafiso. Victor, is it Mafiso? Mafoso. Either way, thank you, man. I appreciate the subscription. Welcome to the village. But yeah, we had a couple videos for today. I would say it was pretty good stuff. We talked about the Nintendo Switch sales in Japan. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate passing 3 million units and could potentially be the best-selling single-release fighting game of all time in Japan. So that was cool. We also talked about Nintendo Switch Online games. My mom once again predicted Mario Bros. 2 months ago, back in like September. She predicted Mario Bros. 2. So shout outs to Mama Essence, and also Kirby Adventure is on there. That's coming out next week. I think that's the 13th. I don't know why Nintendo announces them. Like, what's the announcement so early for? Like, either have them at the beginning of the month or have them at the end of the month. Why in the middle? But anyway, whatever. Coming out next Wednesday. Next Wednesday for those. What else did we talk about? Yeah, we talked about why gamers are so serious, which we'll talk about, here too. Why gamers take things so serious. Like, gamers can't joke around and have a little bit. I mean, gamers do. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not branding everybody. It sounds like it, but I'm not. But like, it seems like some people take gaming way too serious. So I had a video about that. Where I talked about it, and also talked about Take-Two, GTA 5 potentially, and Take-Two said that Civilization 6 sold really well. So if you haven't seen those videos, make sure you check them out. They're all on the channel at this point. All right, and thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. So let's go and let's get into the shout outs here, guys. If you're in the chat or if you're somebody new watching, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and leave a comment, and I will say hi to everybody who's here that wants me to say hi to them. Hold on to random questions, guys. Hold on to random questions towards the end. And yeah, then we'll do that. But I mean, to be honest, we don't even really have like a lot of different topics. We just kind of have some casual topics to go over today, so it's not like anything crazy. So I guess if you have somewhat relevant questions, I might answer them, I might not, just depending on how far off it is. But I will answer all questions at the end, so keep that in mind. I might pick and choose with which questions I answer or not. All right, so let's see here. Dank Meme is here. What's good, Dank Meme? Chuba, what's up, Chuba? Chuba Cabra, good to see you here, my man. Weam Gamer, what's good, Weam Gamer? How you doing today? Just to let you guys know, I think Corey was in here earlier and he was kind of upset that the streams were moved to a different time. The streams aren't permanently moved to this time, guys. It's just that this week I'm dealing with a lot of stuff out of my control. It's like I can't control certain things, So that's unfortunately, that's the reason why sometimes the streams are a little bit later. It's because I'm only a one-man team and I got to get out 2 videos before I even do a stream. And on workout days, I've got to go to the gym and work out because I got to keep my blood pressure down. For many who don't know, I was diagnosed with hypertension about 12 years ago. like pretty bad hypertension for like a 20-year-old. No, I wasn't even 20. I was like 18. 18. I was like 18 years old, and I got diagnosed with hypertension. So I've had high blood pressure for a long time. So I've got to exercise. If I don't exercise, then my blood pressure rises too much to the point to where I can die. You know what I'm saying? Or I can get, type 2 diabetes or something like that. I don't know. Like, or I get a heart attack, So that's the reason why sometimes the streams are later and why I really emphasize going to the gym, because I'm not trying to die young, just trying to take care of my health. So that's really what it comes down to. So yeah, so there's some stuff that's out, and plus there's other things that are happening too. There's some hearings and stuff that I've been going to this week. It's just out of my control. So if I have the stream later than usual, guys, it's not because I'm moving the time permanently. It's just because I can't control everything, All right, so what's good? What's Ogechiku and Wenye? What's up, man? How you doing? The Hands the Third. Dean is what's good. Frank Rodriguez. What's up, Elite Ninja Frank Rodriguez. Gamer Bro. What's good? VC. Mr. Mags. Michael O'Brien. Another week, no direct. Yeah, there's never going to be a direct. They're done with directs. You guys took them for granted. Now they're gone. What is hypertension? I just said what it is. It's high blood pressure. Let's see here. I don't know how to say your name. Humane. I don't know what you're talking about, man. How you doing today? Good to see you here in the stream, though. I don't know how to say your name exactly. I'm just gonna call you Humane. Humane. What's up, Humane? Chupacabra, what's good? MTY 1983, what's good, man? Dead Essence is not an option. Not now. It'll happen at some point, but not at this point. That would be tragic at 31. Let's see here. Thank me says we are he for you. Are you like, what is it, Jack Frost? Hee-haw. We are Jack Frost for you. Amiibo fan, what's good, Amiibo fan? How you doing today? Is Kid Rattata here? Let's see. Shout outs to Auron. Gym pointers. Just run on the treadmill, my man. Run on the treadmill, or make sure you get your cardiovascular exercising in. To be honest, I've been having a lot of low energy just because I've been kind of bummed out, recently just because of stuff. But I'm fine. But I haven't been able to like work out to my efficiency that I want to. So I bought a pre-workout. I bought multivitamins, and I bought some stuff to hopefully to help me, to help me have a little bit more energy throughout the day and everything. I'm not sure. Thank you, Party Man. I appreciate that. And what's good, Party Man? The next direct is tomorrow in 2030. All right. I don't think 2030 is tomorrow, but okay. Warriors of Writers. What's good, man? 10th Gen, what's good, 10th Gen? Bud Senior, what's good, man? Thank you, I appreciate the positive vibes, homie. Richard Pena, what's good? Yes, health is top priority. Health is top priority. What's up, Kid Rattata? J2 Blue, man, what's good? What's good, J2 Blue? Yeah, and like I said, the reason why, it's also for my mental health. The reason why like I exercise so much is also for my mental health. Like, if I wasn't exercising, oh man, dude, like, we'd be in trouble because there's a lot of dumb people out there that are trying to do dumb things and are saying dumb things, in my personal life and in otherwise. So I mean, I got to make sure that my brain stays focused. Otherwise, I go crazy. Shout outs to everybody watching though. I appreciate the viewers. We got 124. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate that. All right. 0 sugar, 0 calories, sparkling water. What's my take on it? It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it per se. Yes, the audio will get better. I do have the setup, Matthew. Thank you once again, Elite Ninja Matthew, for helping me get that new mic. The setup. I will be setting that up after tonight. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to have another stream afterwards. But I got to get that mic set up so we can have everything good. And then some people were also complaining that my camera's out of focus, so I got to fix that tonight too. Let's see here. Starting to do 20 to 30 minutes on the treadmill, it helps. Yeah, 20 to 30 minutes on the treadmill is actually really good. If you do that at least 4 or 5 times a week, you'll be good, man. You'll be good. You'll see weight come off. Let's see here. Acoustic Dude. What's good, Acoustic Dude? How you doing today, my man? Senior De Silva, what's good, man? Good to see you here once again. What's good? Skip It Productions. Hey, how you doing, Skip It? Good to see you here. Anime Nintendo Dude, Randy, what's good, man? How you doing? Obito Six Paths, what's good, man? Let's see here. Omega Game Chase, what's good, man? How you doing today? Um, let's see here. You should give away your old mic. I don't necessarily. It's not an old mic, dude. My old mic is this mic that I'm using, and I'm not giving away my $150 Audio Technica mic. I use it for live streams. The mic that I'm talking about, that Matthew's discussing, he's discussing a mic that connects to my digital camera. So then when I do my PE news videos, well, this one's not going to connect. Well, it is going to connect through a wire to my digital camera. So then you get better audio during my PE news videos. But I'm not going to give away this. It's a whole separate mic for separate things. But I'm not giving away my $150 Audio Technica that you guys helped me buy, by the way. So I'm not giving that away. I need it for my podcast. So yeah. What's up, Geronimo? How you doing today, my man? Shout outs to Elite Ninja Geronimo's here. Rufus, what's good? Let's see here. Deadlock 7, what's good? Boom mic. Yes, a boom mic. Poo Panda, what's good, man? Have developers sent or asked you to review their games? Yes, developers send stuff in the email all the time, like, hey, can you review my game? Yeah, it happens all the time. Or I can just order the game to review. Like, I can request a review copy, or sometimes they approach me and say, hey, can you review our game? Or here's a review code. Yeah, that's pretty common. Let's see here. You like my content? Thank you. I appreciate that. Flaws, what's up, Flaws? How you doing today, my man? FP. Focus on me. What's good? Focus on me. How you doing? How you doing, my man? Oh, no, that's my man. Focus on me. It's not a man. It's a young lady. Can we name your new mic? Sure, go ahead. Name the new mic. It's a Rode mic, so you can name it. It's called a Rode mic. Did Wargroove approach you for a review? No, Wargroove, it's on terminals. So I can just like order the review. If I wanted the review copy, I could just order it. I just ask for a review copy, and then a PR agency handles the reviews for them. So they don't have to, so people don't have to, like, they don't have to give the game. They can just say, hey, just order it on terminals if you want to play it. So yeah. What's up, Matthew Jenkins? What's good, man? How you doing today? I know, focus on me. I know. I'm sorry though. Let's see here. Zoa 16. I already talked about the news when it comes to Apex, Apex Legends. That's already on. That's been on the channel for a couple days now, my man. So actually yesterday has nearly 7,000 views. So check out the video if you're really interested in that. I'm not gonna go over everything here, but check out the video if you're interested in Apex Legends potentially coming over to Switch. It's right here. So yeah, make sure you guys check out the channel. If you want all the comprehensive, up-to-date Nintendo Switch news, you know, especially with new games and potential stuff coming out, just check out the channel. You'll be more than good. So yeah. You saw the video, then what the hell? If you saw the video, then why are you asking me any news? Like, what the? That was just yesterday. Is there something that broke today, dude? What? What's going on here? No, you don't have to apologize for asking, but if you already saw, wait a minute. It was just yesterday. The news it literally just came out yesterday. You don't have to apologize, but I mean, like, what? Oh my gosh. Yo, what's up? What's up, Chris? How you doing today, my man? You never know. No, I would know if there was more news. Trust me, I would know. There would probably be a video. I would have already done a video, or the title of the stream would have been more news on Apex Legends coming to Switch. It would have you would have heard about it. Like, trust me, it would have been in the title of this video, or it would have been in my PE news video. I wouldn't have made the whole why so serious video. I would have made news with Apex Legends instead if there was more news. Like, it's not something that I would just skip over, you know, and not follow up if there was more stuff. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. Like, when we do these live streams, I catch up on any topics that I missed that are interesting. I'll catch up with them. Or if I missed something before in the past and I wanted to talk about it, I'll usually throw it into a live news segment, you know? So that's kind of what's going on. Like the media create sales charts, like instead of getting a video ready for that, I can just put that into like the live news part. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Yeah, I know, old news. let's see, that you specifically would never, you never know, man. It's just like saying he didn't mean that you specifically would never know. I knew that. I'm saying that he would like, you never know if there's something new coming up. Like you never know. Like it's just like a saying. That's how I interpreted how he said that. But no, it's all good. I'm not upset. I'm not mad or anything like that. But trust me, guys. Like if there's ever any news that's like, you can trust me, like you don't have to like say, oh, well, is there something like on this like new, like on something as big as Apex Legends, you know? Trust me, I'm gonna do my due diligence and I either get you guys a video on it or it would be in a live stream. So I'm not gonna skip over something like that, you know. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Trust me, don't have to worry about that. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm. That's a little bit too random for right now. Poo Panda. I'm not gonna be like best memories of like PS2. That's a little bit too random. Hold on to the very end of the stream, and we'll talk about that towards the end. You can ask me a question like that, but that's way too random. All right, so let's go on. Let's move on to this whole micro SD card thing. So recently, apparently there was some issues with the micro SD cards with Nintendo Switch. With causing some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate save file corruption issues. This news came out a bit ago. It was just saying that All-Star mode with the Piranha Plant was causing issues with or wiping your save files, but that might not be the case. It seems like there's some people that have been doing some testing over on Reddit, and they discovered that the Samsung 256 gigabyte 100 MB per second U3 micro SD XC Evo and select memory card with adapter, the NBME256GA/AM seems to be the reasons why save data is getting corrupted. However, it appears that micro SD cards might actually be counterfeit. So if you accidentally bought a counterfeit micro SD card, that's probably what's going on here. If you have a counterfeit one, if you have those weird fake ones or the ones that give you like, what is it, like 400 gigabytes for like $12 or something like that, like one of those stupid ones or anything like that, that's probably going to cause you some issues. So be careful. If you did have corrupted save data and you do have one of those Samsungs or whatever, it could actually be not a real card. There are people who put in like they print out and put like the Samsung like logo and all that on like fake cheap SD cards, and then they sell them. Usually third-party sellers do that. A lot of third-party well, not a lot, but if that was to happen to you, it was from a third-party seller. So you have to be very careful when you're buying micro SD card, when you're buying memory, because people can like sell you fake stuff but then pass it off as real. And that's probably what's going on here. So anybody who got, like, because like I actually tested it out myself too. I was like, well, I got a backup on my other system. Let me just save my backup file. It's all good. And I went and played All-Star mode with Piranha Plant and nothing corrupted. Like I played it multiple times. I tested it out. I have two different SD cards with one of my switches, and then my other switch, I tested it out on both. And no issues. No issues at all. So it seems like some people have some fake SD cards or something like that. So yeah, I already talked about that yesterday, man. It's stupid. The whole Shaggy thing is dumb. Like it's not happening, so it's all good. No, the Nintendo Switch brand one would not corrupt save files. If it would corrupt save files, then Nintendo would have found out in their testing that it corrupted save files, because Nintendo did intensive testing on all different type of SD cards, on their own Nintendo branded ones, without an SD card. They did a bunch of different testing, and it seems like they couldn't find any issues. So to me, it's more about fake SD cards than anything. Let's see here. I thought the save data was never on the SD card, but on the internal storage. No, that's obviously not the case. Otherwise, this wouldn't be happening at all. Christian Kunani says, what about the one we got from Amazon? Are they corrupt as well? It depends. Amazon has a bunch of different sellers, guys. So if you buy one on Amazon, like any one of those, like the Samsung 256 or whatever it is, the any of the different ones, the Evo ones, those ones could be corrupted, or they could potentially, if they're fake, if they're counterfeit. If somebody who sold you it on Amazon, if they're counterfeited, then okay. Now, usually if you're buying it directly from Amazon, or if you have like a verified seller, usually they're not going to rip you off like that. But it depends on the seller, right? Sometimes you can buy it from a third-party seller and they distribute it. So Amazon kind of, they just put it up there for the store, and Amazon takes a cut of the sales, right? It's a third-party seller. So it just depends on, you have to trace back where you got it from. If it's directly from Amazon, then it's probably not an issue. You're probably not having any issues because that's where I bought my SD cards from, directly from Amazon, Amazon Prime, straight from there. So there's no issues. But if you bought it from a third-party seller, then maybe not so much. It depends, and I think that's where some people are running into some issues. So yeah, well, here's the thing though, Deadlock. The thing is, Deadlock, is that these SD cards are actually really good. There are people who are counterfeiting the SD cards, right? So they're taking the crappy ones, right? They're taking the crappy ones, and then they're putting like they're putting like the Samsung logo and all that stuff on there. So it's kind of what's going down there. Ashoka Tano has a dollar. Donates $1.99, says, think Switch 2 will solve most problems Switch has. Well, what problems does the Switch have that it can't be solved right now? So what do you got to let me know, like you said, most problems Switch has. So what are the problems? Problems are subjective. So let me know what you think the problems are, and then I can tell you if it's going to be solved by a Switch 2 or not. But thank you for the $1.99 donation. That makes you the top stream ninja. I appreciate that. And I will get your name up on here. Appreciate that, Ashoka. Let's see here. Waiting for Dreamcast guy's apology video. I don't know. I'm not gonna comment on any of that. I think you got upset at me for what I said when I was joking around the other day. I think you got a little upset at me. So I think that's as far as I'll take it. Gamer Bro says, player says, didn't you say a few streams ago that you would put a chat on the right side of the screen for the Twitch viewers? I did, but I forgot to do it just because I've been dealing with so much stuff, so I forgot to do it. Let's see. Ashoka says, cartridge size and cost. Well, why would a Switch? Here's the thing, though, Ashoka. Think about it for just a second. Why would a Switch 2 solve a cartridge size problem? The system itself isn't a cartridge. Cartridges are cartridges. The size of the cartridge is not relevant to the system itself. So why would a Switch 2 solve a separate cartridge issue in terms of the size of the cartridge? What will solve that issue is time. As they get cheaper, they just need to get cheaper. And as tech goes on, it gets cheaper. Each year, each month, each whatever passes by, tech could potentially get cheaper. You can use cheaper components, or it just gets cheaper in general to buy the components you need to make whatever you need for the size. For example, back in like 2005, what was it, like a 1 gigabyte SD card or a 1 gigabyte flash drive was like $100 or something like that, or way more expensive. Probably way more expensive than that. It was like hundreds of dollars for like 1 gigabyte back in like 2005 or something like that, or like, early 2000s or whatever, like imagine like the first like memory cards and stuff. They were way more expensive, and as time went on, they get cheaper. Same thing with like SD cards. They get cheaper as time goes on. Like 2 years ago, a 400 gigabyte SD card was super expensive. No, not so much. So it really just depends on, it's just based on the time. With that, Switch 2 won't fix that, but I guess I'll have an indirect fix on it because a Switch 2 is going to come out later, and then of course, with time goes on, SD cards will be cheaper, but it has nothing to do with the actual Switch 2 fixing that issue. That's something that's just it's a whole separate type of thing, whole separate thing. Players says, a real problem with the Switch is that it's not subjective, is the overheating battery and the battery life. Battery life is subjective. Overheating battery is, I guess, not everybody's battery overheats, because I still have my launch Switch and my battery doesn't overheat. And battery life is definitely subjective. If somebody might say, hey, I can play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, like that style of game in 720p for 3.5 hours, that's pretty good. And it varies from game to game. So that is actually very subjective. What are you talking about? Do you know what the term subjective is? It's opinion based. If someone thinks 3.5 hours for an HD powered game is really good, then that's their opinion. If someone plays all indie games and you get like 7 or 8 hours, the battery life is good to them. How is that not? Please tell me how tell me how battery life is not subjective. Tell me how it's factual. Please explain to me, VC. I know you're an intelligent guy. Please explain to me how your opinion on battery life is not subjective. I would love to know. I paid $80 for a 512 megabyte USB drive in 2004. Yeah, exactly. Look at that. 512 megabyte drive in 2004, $80. Amiibo fan says, hearing this makes me not want to buy a micro SD card from Amazon despite cheap prices. They tend to be compared to what physical stores are selling them. No, you just buy it directly from Amazon. That's what I would say. Buy it directly from Amazon and you should be fine. You know, like you should be fine buying it directly from them. Don't buy it from a third party seller. Like buy it, like it says shipped from Amazon. Like buy it from them. Don't say supplied, like buy this from Amazon. You know, like just buy it directly from Amazon, and you probably shouldn't have a problem. You probably shouldn't have a problem. And also check the SD card itself to make sure that it actually looks like a real SD card. You know, so yeah. Amiibo fan says, okay, I already read that. Yeah, I am. I'm not even gonna. Like I said, I gotta make sure that I gotta keep the peace on the podcast this weekend, man. Let's see here. So it says I'm actually talking about 4 to 5 years. That's what I meant. What do you mean by 4 to 5 years? What, a Switch 2? Like, is that what you meant? Like in 4 to 5 years, that will fix the cost of the Switch cartridges? I mean, that could be fixed. It just depends on how the size, though. It just depends, really. I mean, we could, from what we're understanding, there's already cheaper SD cards are already getting, or not SD cards, but the Switch cartridges are already getting cheaper. So we'll just have to wait and see. Just have to wait and see. But yeah, I would guess in 4 years from now, the 32 gigabyte Switch cartridge is going to be a lot cheaper than it is right now. And I would guess, yes, it would be a lot cheaper. Let's see here. Deadlock says battery life is not so different to a laptop. People expect too much. Power consumption will improve. Will improve in revisions. Yeah, I think especially like with an HD powered system. I mean, Nintendo put the biggest and baddest battery that you can put at the time that they could put in there. So there really wasn't anything else. And if they put anything more high powered, you're going to fry your hands. So, I mean, or the system's going to explode. So that's the thing that people don't understand with battery life and the type of battery is that or the battery's going to be too expensive. Like, okay, you have this crazy good battery. Okay, well, now the system's $500. You know what I'm saying? Like really good battery and battery power and how long stuff lasts. That's expensive. But they put the biggest and best battery they can put that's going to get them enough to power games for at least a good 3 hours with the most intense games, and longer than that without. So I mean, it would be great if it was longer, but I mean, to me, I'm never really anywhere to where like I can't bring like a portable charger. So I mean, it'd be great if I didn't have to, but I don't think I've ever played anything for 3.5 hours like straight. Like I've been on a plane, but on a plane, you can just bring a portable charger, so it's not a big deal. You can have it charging right there and play, or you can just do whatever. So, but I get it for people, maybe there's even a longer ride. They want to play for like 5 hours straight, or not worry about charging their system. Whatever the case is, I get it. Cell phones, you want good battery life with cell phones and stuff too, so it makes sense. But cell phones cost like, this was $600 back in 2014. This was $600, this phone. So so yeah, cell phones are way more expensive, at least high quality ones. Let's see here. I haven't played Ultimate since the night of the update. Is it still safe now? You shouldn't have a problem at all. I don't know why people there's no problem. Let's see. My hands fry when playing Odyssey for longer than 10 minutes on the Switch. I guess that's it. I haven't had any overheating issues. The system's gonna get a little bit warmer, yeah, but I haven't had any overheating issues. So maybe that's the issue with your system in general. But I haven't had any. Let's see here. Battery Tech hasn't kept up with power and mobiles, etc. At least not cheaply. Remember those exploding phones? Well, it's not just exploding phones. There's been exploding tablets. There's been exploding. I think it was the Samsung Galaxies that were exploding, right? Or Samsung Notes that were exploding. But yeah, man. I mean, there's been Sony had exploding tablets, or sorry, exploding laptops. Back in the day, Sony had exploding laptops. I mean, I wouldn't say it's common, but it's happened multiple times where there's exploding devices, like exploding pieces of tech because of battery. So when people talk about, I need $5 billion, like, okay, you're gonna get the Switch and it's gonna explode in your hands, with your crazy battery, and like it's gonna cost $500 and it's gonna explode in your hands. That's what's gonna happen, Let's see here. Let's see. Damn, I feel bad. Sometimes I play for long hours. No, I play for. I mean, if you get me started on Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, dude, I almost not. I almost like. I almost cut into the stream here with Super Smash Brothers because I was like, okay, I'm just gonna play a couple matches on Elite Smash, and I got. Oh my god, Elite Smash is so frustrating with the idiots on there. But anyway, I was like, I'm gonna play some matches. Then all of a sudden, an hour went by, and I didn't even realize. And I'm like, yo, like I can play Smash Brothers all day. Like if I start playing Smash, I can play it for all day. Now, not portable, you know, but hooked up and played on my monitor to where there's like, really input lag is to a minimum and all that. I can play forever, dude. Like, oh my gosh, man, I can play forever. So yeah. Let's see. Exactly. Smash Ultimate is one of those games. Like, there's only very few games like that I can play for that long of time. I can't, like Mario Kart. I can, if I'm playing with all of you guys and we have like just like a long, like I can play Mario Kart for a very long time because I already know I'm gonna lose and I can just sit back and like I can fake get mad at people, and fake say stuff. I can be like, oh, you blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, I don't care about Mario Kart. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, there's Mario Kart, there's that. But I think Mario Kart and Smash are the only games that I can really just sit down and play like all day. There's other games that I like to savor a bit. Like a Xenoblade, I'll play it all day, but I like to savor it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit there and blow through it like in 3 days and beat the game. No, I'm never gonna do that with the Xenoblade. Never. I'm always gonna savor it and do all the side quests and like take it all in. So I don't like doing that with single player games, but like multiplayer games, like certain ones, I can play like forever. So yeah. He said Kingdom Hearts 3 and Wargroove took too much time away from Smash Ultimate. Yeah, man. I mean, for me, like, I haven't been able to play Smash. Today was my first day playing Smash Ultimate, and I played for a little bit under an hour today. It was my first day playing Smash Ultimate since last week, dude. I've been so busy with stuff and with work and with all sorts, like, just being an adult. I got some other stuff that I'm doing that I can't tell you guys about because it's too early, but I got some other stuff that you guys are probably going to flip out. Later this year, you guys are probably going to flip out like, what the hell? And it's not really like video game related. It's like life related, but I can't talk about it right now. So, but yeah, so I'm doing other stuff. So there's just, man, it's just been busy, dude. Man, I can't stand Mario Kart for more than like an hour. Yeah, it's a sign of a really good multiplayer game, yeah. It's impossible to beat Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in 3 days. Oh, it's not impossible at all. There's plenty of people who did that. There are people who literally played Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for like 24-hour stream of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, then played it again the next day and then like beat it. You can beat Xeno 2 in about, if you're humming and you know what you're doing, you can beat Xeno 2 in about 50 to 60 hours. So technically speaking, you can definitely, if you pull all-nighters and just play straight through, you can definitely beat it. You can definitely beat it in 3 days. But like I said, that's not me, and that would be very difficult to do. That'd be very difficult to do. Having a kid, no, definitely no. I'm not having a kid. No, I don't have any significant other, and I don't have a girlfriend or anything. So I can't have a kid, an imaginary girl. So yeah. So yeah. I can never rush through a big RPG. Just not yeah, it's just not my style. Yeah. Why would anyone want to finish Xenoblade 2 in 3 days? I don't know why anybody would. I don't know, but I don't know. Correction, if you have responsibilities, you can't beat Xeno 2 in 3 days. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's responsibilities. You got to work. Like, I work on this channel. I get up and I work in the morning, guys. I'll work for like 3 or 4 hours in the morning. I'll go straight into a live stream if it's my non-gym days. I'll take a little bit of time off, then I'll go straight into a live stream. We do these for about 2 hours. And then right after that, I'm like, okay, we might have a stream. If we don't have a stream, then I'm already editing for the next video tomorrow morning. And that's PE News. So then that takes me 2.5 to 3 hours, so, I'm editing or I'm working, and that doesn't even include, I'm not even including little things like optimizations and stuff like that, and looking up articles and absorbing information and getting back to business, like, sending emails and setting up like, terminals for review codes and all that. That doesn't even include any of that stuff. Research, writing down things, stuff like that, getting scripts ready, brainstorming ideas. So overall, I'm spending 11, 12 hours a day, working. So it's hard to be able to fit in, a ton of time to play games when you've got to spend that much time. And then, like I said, you got to exercise. I gotta, got to do other stuff too. Family. Like I said, I just became an uncle, so got to spend time there too as well. So, responsibilities I hate. Yeah, to be honest, guys, I really hate being an adult. I don't like it as much as I thought I would. I enjoy talking with you guys, and this is the time that I get to talk and have fun and all that, but like responsibilities of just like work is not fun. Now the end product is cool, but the responsibility is not. So let me try to break this down for you guys. All right, so me doing the work is fine, but the responsibility of having deadlines and the times and things like that is not as fun. But me actually doing the work is fun. Me editing is fun. Me thinking of ideas is fun. But just like the constant grind of, okay, every day, like this is what I need to do this time, blah, blah, blah. That's not fun, if that makes any sense. So yeah. I don't think many people like being adults. No, it's not what it's cracked up to be. It's not. I mean, what the funny thing is like I had so many people tell me when I was younger, enjoy your childhood, enjoy your childhood, enjoy your childhood. And I freaking did not listen to them. And I don't think I enjoyed my childhood as much as I should have. Now, I had a fantastic childhood. I actually had one of the greatest childhoods of all time, I think, in my opinion. Like, my childhood was filled with adventure, with hard life lessons, with adversity. It's filled with teasing, bullying, me doing the teasing and bullying, me getting teased and bullied. It's just pretty much anything that you can think of that happens in, like, I don't know, like Hey Arnold or something like that happened. I mean, it was a good childhood, a lot of good lessons. I wasn't raised in a bubble. My parents taught me good life lessons and values. I had a great childhood, but man, I think I probably should have enjoyed it a little bit more. I probably should have enjoyed it a little bit more. Let's see here. Don't pull an Etika and Craig and lose your mind and delete your channel. Well, his channel got deleted on his own. Well, the YouTube deleted his channel, and he's got a new channel. But no, I think the difference with Etika, and the difference between me and between me and Etika, or Etika and myself, is that Etika was a young YouTuber that saw a ton of success very early. Well, not very early, but somewhat early. The difference with me is that I came into it. By the time that I actually started working full time, I was already older. I was already mature. I'm not burnt out on making content. I've been making content pretty much every single day for the past 7 years. I would have already been burnt out 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Or like whatever the case is. Like, I'm not burnt out making content because, trust me, I've been to, the day jobs. I respect what you guys do a lot more than what I do, because a lot of you guys got to go through the grind of the 9 to 5. You guys got to go through the jobs of not working in something that you like. Some of you guys are working sales, like people sit there and lie. Oh yeah, I love sales. No, you don't. Like, I mean, like, no, you don't. No, you don't. People sit there and lie to themselves every day. They love sales and all this stuff. No, they don't. Nobody likes sitting there being pressured, door-to-door sales, or just sales in general. Sales is garbage. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never going to sit here and complain or even get burnt out on my job. You know why? Because I don't get that donation in just a bit. Because whenever I feel like taking a break, I can take a break. If I'm burnt out and I don't feel like streaming, that's fine. If I don't want to wake up and make a video, that's fine. I can just say, guys, I'm sorry. I had some stuff come up, blah, blah, blah. And then I can take care of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can rest when you want to. After I'm done making my videos, like my first video in the morning, I can go relax. I can go sit back, watch TV, watch a movie on Netflix, then make another video for you guys before noon. And then I can chill, sit back and wait, then do a live stream when I feel like it. Like, I can do one at 2 o'clock. I can do one a little bit earlier. I can go to the gym. I can exercise, come back, eat, relax, set up a live stream at 5 when I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? So I will never get burnt out because I do what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you guys don't get to do that. So that's, in my opinion, that's insulting to your users that actually have these jobs that, like, where you have a boss breathing down your neck, or you got somebody telling you what to do all the time. That's small in comparison, in my opinion, in comparison to, jabronis on the internet, Tobies, or whatever the case is, that I got to deal with every now and then. I just say, bye Felicia, hit them with that Scrooge, hit them with that ban, and then that's that. You guys got to go deal with garbage people at work every single day, you know? So I'm never going to get burnt out. Shout outs to Ogochuku and Wenyi with the $4.99 donation. It says, I'm close to 300 hours playtime in Smash. I have 800,000 SP. Wait, hold up. 800,000 SP in single and adventure mode, and my items are maxed out. I'm scared about this issue. Well, you need to go online, my man. You need to start going online. Getting into Elite Smash and all that. 300 hours to start doing some Elite Smash stuff. But shout outs, man. Congratulations on that. Looks like you're doing pretty good. That does make you the top stream ninja. So shout outs to you, man. Appreciate that with the $4.99. Thank you. And yeah, that's a lot of time in Smash. Yes, we all miss being a kid, Michael O'Brien. I agree. Got that 401k. LOL. Odd flexing. I'm not flexing at all. I'm not flexing at all. Oh, okay. You guys are talking about okay, okay, his odd flexing. I was like, oh, am I flexing? What am I flexing on? Yeah, definitely. Let's see. I would hate if I turned 30 in a year and a half. So I guess you're turning 30 in a year and a half. I ain't got a boss down my neck. Okay, well that's cool. That's good. Let's see here. Frank Rodriguez says, Parsons, that's really nice. My job is super chill, and I can work from home whenever, all the time. I wish I can do that. Like that though. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that all of you guys. Obviously, a lot of you guys probably have good jobs too, right? Obviously, a lot of you guys have good jobs that you do love. What I'm saying is that like it's not the same. Like a YouTuber, to me, like you can't be burnt out. Like when I see these multi-million-dollar YouTubers that do 2 or 3 videos a day complaining about burnout, I want to digitally slap them through the computer screen. Like, you shut the hell up. Like, how dare you complain to your users when you're doing 2 to 3 videos a week of marginal quality? Not even like, oh my gosh, the best quality out there. Of marginal quality, okay? Sometimes Let's Plays, and you're complaining about burnout. You need to just, you're mentally weak. You're mentally weak, and you're used to things being easy for you for such a long time and so much money coming in, So, no, there is no such thing, in my opinion, with a YouTuber that barely does any content talking about burnout. If you do 2 to 3 videos a week and you talk about burnout, you should be slapped. If you're a huge YouTuber and I ever hear you talk about burnout from 2 to 3 videos a week, you should be slapped, and you're looking for empathy. That's just that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Aaron says, places, tell me about the night shift where I work. I always leave a mess and I have to clean up before I open the store. Oh, so you have a night shift where you always have to clean up? Okay. Truba says, I'm still a student, so I'm chilling. Yeah, man, enjoy your student days. Enjoy your student days, because at some point, they'll be up. You'll have to go to the real world like everybody else, Chuba. I love my college days. My college days were amazing. YouTube burnout equals I want to retire but can't. Yeah. Spot on, and it happens. Yeah. J2 Blues says, I've been contemplating of making YouTube videos because I have some cool ideas in my head, but I have 0 editing skills. Well, you got to learn. You literally got to download the software that you want. You've got to shoot a video, and then this is how you learn video editing, guys. It's much easier now because like you can go to like Adobe Premiere, how to edit in Adobe Premiere, and they'll teach you how to edit. Or you can go to Power Director University, and they'll teach you how to edit. But if you want to, you know how I learned how to edit? I had 0 editing skills, guys. And back when I had my old Mac, when I first started making my videos on Player Essence Gaming, that channel is still up. You guys can see all my crappy videos from what I used to do back in the day. It's still up. Haven't deleted any of it. Just type in Player Essence Gaming and you can see it. And I used to edit on a Mac back in the day. My first videos were like sometimes like comparison videos between 2 games. Like I did Prototype versus Infamous, and like I did a show called Listen Up Gaming News. You know what I'm saying? Where it was like PE news, but like 10 times crappier. Like 15 times crappier in terms of quality. And my my look was stoic. I felt like I was like a deer in headlights. I was like, today we're gonna talk about this is my favorite. Yeah, I just like yes, this is, yeah, welcome to the news show. Like I literally had this look of like I'm just like a dead guy doing videos on the like it was horrible. They were horrible videos, horrible editing. But how I learned how to edit was just taking the video, dropping it into the GarageBand thing, and like just messing with it, just pressing buttons till it says cut. Okay, cut means cut it in half. Move, okay, I can move it. Like click, move. I mean, that's how I learned how to edit. And then Power Director, same thing. You just start playing around with it, until you learn how to edit. That's how I did. Or you can just use YouTube videos. We should go back and watch some of those old videos. Are horrible, dude. I can let you guys. It's much funnier when you guys can just go watch it. So yeah. How much would a proper recording and video and editing setup cost? Thinking of getting into that, but I'm not sure how much money I would need to get started. It's really not about a proper recording. I mean, you can use a webcam. Like I literally use a webcam, like what you guys are seeing right here. And in many of my videos before I got my camera, you can use a webcam. Those are good quality. Like you can get like a C920. Like from Amazon for like 40-50 bucks. So a C920, you would need a somewhat decent laptop for rendering and video, like software editing. You can spend about maybe 90 bucks, 60 to 100 bucks on video editing software, and then a mic. And I would say at least like a Blue Yeti. Like the lowest quality would be like a Blue Yeti mic. There's crappier ones, but I'm gonna say I would just say 100 for a mic, 60 for a webcam, and then about another 60 or 70 for editing software. So right there, it should be about 200 bucks to really get going. If you don't want to show your face, you don't have to show your face. So you can take off the cost for the webcam, and all you need is if you already got a PC, obviously you got a PC that's good enough. You would just need the mic, and then you would just need editing software, and that's it. That's all you need. So 150, 160, 170 bucks with just the editing software and a mic. I should do some reactions to my old video. I mean, I might not. They're just stupid. They're just stupid. That was before the Furious Francis days. Before. That was actually after I learned how to edit a little. I actually learned how to edit a little bit much in those days. That was like 2012-ish. Now I'm talking about 2011-ish. 2011. I'm talking 2010, 2011. So I'm talking about that. That was I actually learned how to edit in the I already had been editing for like a year and a half or two at that point. So I'm talking about like 2011 when I didn't know how to edit at all. Like I had zero editing skills. My brand new PC has trouble rendering sometimes. What's your RAM, and what's your RAM, and what's your graphics card, and what's your processor? Let's see here. Abaddon says, I still use a webcam. Definitely invest in a camera down the line. I heard Lumix G7 is good. Yeah, I got a Lumix G7, but I use Canon M50. Looks cool. Any suggestions? I have a Lumix G7. Lumix G7's good. So you said your PC's trash? Oh, well, that's going to, I mean, you can still edit, but it just might take longer to render the videos and like process and stuff like that. It just might be harder, Let's see. Is sell the game is greater than tell the game. Make a channel setup tutorial vid. I actually have a YouTube workshop channel vid on here. So if you want to learn some ideas for YouTube and all that, I have that. So yeah. Gamer bro, only English in the chat, my man. Only English in the chat. There's various reasons why we do that, but only English in the chat. Shout outs to True Jedi Legend. I have not seen that name before. You're late. What did I miss? We've just been talking about all sorts of random stuff. Yes, the Bayo profile pic. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Dreamcast guy did use his phone camera for a long time. Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's move on to the next topic, shall we, boys and girls? I think we should. Japan Switch sales. So the Media Create sales, those were out today. I didn't report on them just because like I was like I'll just talk about it in today's video. So yeah, the Media Create sales are out, and there was actually a new trailer, or not a new trailer. There was a new bundle out in Japan that really helped out sales for the Switch. We also got the week 2 sales for Resident Evil, and also Resident Evil and Kingdom Hearts. So we'll go over some of that. I don't want to turn my neck all the way this side to my second monitor, so I'm just gonna put it up right here for a second, guys. I'll be able to see. I think I'll be able to see the chat. Yeah, I'll move this over here. I'll move this over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that right there and put that right there. Okay, so here's the Media Create, guys. The Nintendo Switch was the top selling system. It sold 69,472 units. That is up from the 52,429 units it sold the previous week. And the reason why is because I guess the Pokemon bundle came back into stock or something like that. So there was a nice bump for that, as well as Kingdom Hearts 3. That was still the #1 game sold in the charts. That game sold another 91,019 units. That's over 701,096 units. So that's not including digital. Resident Evil 2 was #2. And that sold another 51,339 units. So not bad. 304,186 units. Rounding out the top 10 was New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, another 45,000 units. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with another 35,000 units. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee bundle included. That sold another 21,000 units. Nelky and the Legendary Alchemist, that came out. That was new. That sold 18,000 units on the PS4. Super Mario Party, that sold another 12,000 units. And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold another 11,000 units. Ace Combat, and then Minecraft. And then the Switch version of Nelky and the Legendary Alchemist sold 8,000 units. So, okay on both of those. Splatoon, Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD, all that stuff. Dragon Quest Builders 2 on the Switch. That game is actually over 223,000 units. That's not bad. Dragon Marked for Death, the physical version of the game, came out in Japan. That sold 4,492 units. Fate Extella Link sold 4,000 units plus. That just launched in Japan for the Switch. Fitness Boxing rounded up the top 20. So there you go. Also Robotics. I don't know what Robotics is, but Robotics Notes Dash. That sold 3,000. That sold almost 4,000 units. The PS4 had a huge dip. The PS4 actually outsold the Switch in the Media Create sales charts last week by like a couple hundred units because of Kingdom Hearts and Resident Evil 2. But I think things came back, back down to reality. Shout outs to Eminem. PS4 was actually lower than what it did last week. It did a lot lower. It only sold 25,614 units, even with Kingdom Hearts and Resident Evil 2 back to back. So that's a bit of a yikes, but that's okay. PS4 is really where it sells, where it does the best is here in the West. So there you go. That's your Media Create Roundup sales. You guys have any thoughts on that? You guys can let me know in the chat. Feel free. And then we can also mix in Q&A. So if you have a random question, if you want me to answer something, talk about something, let me know in the chat. Tag me at PlayerEssence or hashtag PlayerEssence, and I'll be more than happy to do it. Anime boobs really sell them consoles? Does it? Senran Kagura doesn't sell that good in Japan. It doesn't sell that good at all. I did see the alleged street dates. Let's talk about that. I don't think that's true. The alleged street dates, for all that. I don't think it's true, but let's go over them. I know my boy Stealth put up a post talking about that. So let's see here. All right, so yeah, here we go. So Base.com, of course, a UK online retailer, they're talking about Luigi's Mansion on July 19th, Animal Crossing on September 13th, and Daemon X Machina on May 24th. So, you know, is Luigi's Mansion going to be a July? Is that a July game? I mean, it could be based on Nintendo's. Here's what I do know, guys. Here's what I do know. I gotta make sure I say it in a way that's not gonna be bad. Nintendo's got some big games for this year. Nintendo's got a game that I know that the people that are really going to, are really going to be happy about that's coming. It's not anything that's like oh my god, we got like the next Golden Sun. It's a game that's going to do really well. It's a game that's going to do really well, and people are going to be really excited. But there's definitely going to be people that are just like, okay, well, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be people that downplay it. But they got a game that's coming this year. That's going to be pretty good. So, what's up, Super Andrew 64? How you doing today, my man? What did I think about the Genesis 6 tourney? It was good. It was good. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this. I don't know if this is correct. I don't think it's going to be. I'll cover it in PE news more, but meh. If you guys have questions, feel free to let those questions rip. Base is a legitimate retailer though, so it's not like some outfit operating out of a garage somewhere. Yeah, and I understand, but there's been a lot of legitimate retailers that have put up listings like for things and have been wrong. I don't doubt. I think Daemon X, Machina. I think that could be a May 20. Yeah, that could be a May 24 type of game. That could be a May game. They announced that game at E3, and I think that's definitely going to be a May game or like a first half game, which I'm excited. That might be the game that's like my low key most excited game for this year, dude. Like, well, outside of Fire Emblem, of course. So, I haven't even played Fortuna yet, dude. Like, where have I even stated that I've played Fortuna? Like. So anyway, Flaws says, do you think Nintendo could come out with F-Zero soon? I got a feeling they'll make a new one. I don't know about soon, but I think the F-Zeros definitely could be coming. I don't know how soon it will be though. Let's see here. VC says they are giving Luigi's Mansion 3 the Captain Toad Treasure Tracker treatment, playing a Mario themed game in the summer. I mean, with the July, I guess. But I mean, like, Mario Tennis Aces was, like, June. So it's not, it's... Nintendo always has Mario-themed games. I mean, they can come June, they can come July, they can come at the end of the year, they can come at the beginning of the year. I mean, it can come at any point. It doesn't, Like... So, yeah, it can come at any point, man. Do you think Game Freak Town will drop in May? I don't think so. I don't know when Town will drop. I don't know. I mean, that's just hard for me to tell. There's nothing for me to say, oh yeah, it's gonna come out in May. I don't know. The only reason why I say Daemon X Machina is maybe it's like a May type of game is because, like, we heard about it like a while. We heard about it at E3 and they showed a ton of it. Like, we haven't even seen any live gameplay demos. Like, that's how you know if a developer shows a live gameplay demo, they're confident in the game or they're somewhat confident in the game. Not only did they show off the first trailer, but I remember when they showed off that trailer, like, oh yeah, it's gonna be at the Treehouse. I was like, wait a minute, what? It's gonna be at the Treehouse? Like, I was shocked when the game was at the Treehouse. I thought that was gonna be like, hey, this game is gonna come out like in a year or so, or we're gonna. I mean, like, it's not ready. Like, we're just gonna show a trailer. But like, they did 2 live gameplay demos for Daemon X Machina, so that's the reason why I think it's more closer to release than like Town. But we'll have to wait and see. Is it Jia Ping Chong? Pin Chong with the subscription. Thank you so much. Welcome to Elite Ninja Village of Player Essence. Everybody here, please welcome them. Yes, I already know Clockwork. I know what Fortuna is, and I'm saying that I haven't even started it, and I have not made a single statement. I have not made a single statement saying that I've been playing Fortuna. I have not said anything in a video or on anywhere, literally. I've just said that, hey, Fortuna is coming whatever this day, but you're saying how's Fortuna treating you, as if I said that I was playing it, but I never made a statement that I was playing Fortuna or that I got into that content yet, though. So that's the reason why, like, I know that you're talking about Warframe, but I never said I was playing it. So I don't know why you're saying, like, oh, how's it treating you? I never said I was playing it. So yeah, that's it. That's the reason why I was like, I didn't understand. Let's see here. Player says, is your inside source Nate from Direct Feed Games? No, it's not. Let's see here. Any other questions, guys? You guys actually have any questions? Like real questions, not silly questions? Let's see here. Mark says, "Plus, anything being remastered that Nintendo hasn't called out yet as far as first party goes?" Yeah, there's gonna be some remat. Oh yeah, there's gonna be some remastered games. Yeah, yeah. I mean, are you? That's gonna happen, guys. There's going to be remastered Wii U games. There's going to be remastered games from the PS4, Xbox, or ports. There's going to be remastered from the PS3 and 360. Switch is gonna get like announcements like Dragon's Dogma, stuff like that. Yeah, there's gonna be more of that. Final Fantasy 12, Zodiac Age. Yeah, gonna be more of that. Have I played Fairy Fencer? I've played a little bit of Fairy Fencer. I haven't played a lot of it though. I just haven't had time to play it. Yes, my inside source say that Mario 2 is coming. Yes, you guys all know it's not an inside source. My mom is my mom works at Nintendo. So there you guys go. Thank Meme says, "What's your favorite swordsman in Smash?" Favorite swordsman in Smash. Uh, I would probably say Shulk is my favorite swordsman. Yeah, Shulk. Um, yes, Christian Gaming Network is my source. It's my source. Plus, what's on the PE podcast tomorrow? I don't know. I think about it that day. I don't think about it a day in advance. Um, Michael O'Brien says, Parsons, this is a random, but is the Ease 8 the kind of game that will be expensive to buy physical at this stage? I'm thinking of just downloading it because it's on sale. Expensive to buy? I think it's still full priced. Ease 8, Lacrimosa of Dana, because they didn't do a big shipment. Let me double check on Amazon. Like, I know you live in the UK though, so I don't know, the prices are different. Like, you can't even find like the physical PS4 version of the game. You can't even find it in some places. Yeah, the Switch version of Ease 8 Lacrimosa of Dana is $59.85. The PS4 version of the game is $109 if you want a physical day one edition. Um, it's $109, or you can buy it used for up to $71 if you want the physical day one edition of of Ease 8 Lacrimosa Dana. And chances are there's no other. I think they only did one shipment of this game on the PS4. Nobody in the West bought this game. Like, this game didn't, because like the Switch version outsold it, and they haven't given the sales numbers, but the Switch version outsold the PS4 version and the Vita version. So there's only day one editions of this game. If there isn't a day one edition of this game, it's probably extremely rare. But most of them are probably the day one editions of the game. So yeah, it's $109. So if I were you, I'd probably buy a physical edition of the game. Like, when you see the game and it's like going on a year and it's still $59.90 something, and then you see the PS4 version and it's $109. Yeah, man, you might want to buy a physical edition of this game, dude. You might want to get it while you can. Get it while you can. Same thing with Octopath. Like, well, no, that's a first party game, or that's like a first party, helped out game. So I mean, I don't know about a game like that, but yeah, man, I don't know. Might be time to buy that game physical. When is my mom leaking Mother 3? I already told you guys Mother 3 is coming, dude. I already told you. Let's see here. Let's do the same for the Chillcast. What are you talking about? Oh, you do the same for the Chillcast. Oh yeah, like, you're not gonna think of topics a day in advance, because here's the problem with thinking of topics a day in advance. What if there's a bunch of hot news that drops that day? What if there's something that comes up and you want to talk about that day? Like, you don't want to make your topics too early. Like, you want to make sure that you get whatever needs to be said or whatever needs to be done, and you want to make sure that you get the input of people that are coming on the show. So if people that are coming on the show have some ideas or some stuff, like, you want to make sure that you put that in there as well. So that's the reason why it's just better off to do it like maybe like an hour or two, a couple hours, an hour or two or a couple hours before you start up, so you know what you're talking about and nothing else drops before then, because the last thing you want is something to drop during the podcast, which has happened a couple times, and it's like, okay, now we got to talk about this. So yeah. Can your mom leak Mario Strikers 3? It's not about what she can, it's about what she tells me. If she tells me that if something's coming, I'll let you guys know. You guys will be the first to know. If she drops by and this is what she has to say, I'll let you guys know. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll let you guys know. So yeah. Oh, that's so stupid. So dumb. This is so stupid, dude. But anyway, I'm not even gonna say what I saw something about EA and what's it called? EA and Respawn or Apex Legends. Like it's like it's I'm not even gonna talk about it, whatever. All right, take it easy, Abaddon. Thanks for coming out to the stream, my man. So yeah, keep the questions coming, guys. Keep the questions coming. I don't know. You guys have like your own discussions. Okay, hold up. Something is coming that's bigger than Animal Crossing. Video game wise, the potential is there to be bigger than Animal Crossing. Yeah, yeah. The potential's there. I don't know if it will be because it's unproven at this point. But is the potential there to be bigger than Animal Crossing? Oh yeah, absolutely. That's not Pokemon. You guys already know about Pokemon. What's the 3 games from last year that disappointed me the most? I don't get disappointed with video games. I don't care enough to get disappointed. So no game actually disappoints. I mean, there's stuff that I don't. I mean, like God of War wasn't that great, but it's like it's not even like a disappointment. It's like okay, whatever. It's like I don't think it's that great. It's not a big deal though. Assassin's Creed Odyssey Switch. That is not going to be bigger than Animal Crossing. I don't think the PS4 and the Xbox One versions combined have even sold more than 12 million or however many million that Animal Crossing sold like on the 3DS. Nah. Does your mom know who all the DLC characters are for Smash? She might. I'm not sure. She keeps information to herself. She doesn't tell me everything, guys. GTA 5 and Red Dead 1 for the Switch? Nah, those games don't have the potential to be bigger than Animal Crossing. On the Switch? Nah. There's no third-party game that has potential to be bigger than Animal Crossing on the Switch. There's not a single third-party game that would come out on the Switch and it would actually sell more than what Animal Crossing is going to do. There's not a single one. Not a single one. There's not a single third-party game that can come out and it would do that. No, not on Switch, no. PS4 and Xbox One? Absolutely. Switch? No. Prime Trilogy, nah, that's not gonna be bigger than Animal Crossing. It's coming. I agree, it's coming, but that's not gonna be bigger than Animal Crossing. Nope. That means it's a Super Mario Odyssey 2 and a new top-down Zelda. Those have the power to be bigger, but I don't know. I don't think it's either one of those. But it has the power to do it. Definitely, those have the power to do it. Not a 2D Zelda. Not a 2D top-down Zelda that is not going to sell more than Animal Crossing. Nah, because Breath of the Wild hasn't even sold more than Animal Crossing. Like on the 3DS. I mean, it might at the end of the day. It might, but I don't know if like a 2D Zelda, like a top-down Zelda. Like I don't top-down Zelda or 2D Zelda. That's like more popular, like cult popularity than actual popularity. Like with what people want. More people would want like fully 3D Zelda than a top-down 2D Zelda. So I don't think it's gonna like I don't think like if they do a 2D Zelda, I don't know if they're gonna do one, but if they do have one, you know, I don't think it's gonna do better than Breath of the Wild. I think it'll do really good, but I don't think it's gonna do better than Breath of the Wild. Tomodachi Life can't be bigger than Animal Crossing. Nah, it's good, but it can't be bigger. Nah. Mario Odyssey 2 might be too early for it to come out. Yeah, it's way too early for Mario Odyssey 2. Like, I mean, technically they could do it if they started working on it and they had a bunch of ideas that they couldn't put into or Mario Odyssey, then yeah, they could. But that's only if. The only time that I know that Nintendo's done that is Super Mario Galaxy 1 and Super Mario Galaxy 2. Super Mario Galaxy 2, that was just like they had a bunch of ideas left over from, from working on the game from like 2002 or whatever. After Sunshine came out, they started working on this next Mario game. So they've been working on the game forever, for years and years and years. So they had a ton of ideas, like a bunch of ideas, and they were gonna do like an expansion, but because of the way that the Wii was set up, it was so trash for like DLC and all that, or like they couldn't do it normally, and they ended up just having like a bunch more ideas than like that would even fit. So they just said, let's just make Super Mario Galaxy 2. That's the only reason why we got Galaxy 2 is because they worked on a bunch of ideas. They just had a lot of leftover stuff that they didn't use, so they just put it into a game and then just add more on top of that. And there you go. There's Galaxy 2, and that came out 3 years. That game came out, I think, May of 2010. So, and Galaxy 1 came out at the end of 2007. So that wasn't even 3 years. That was like 2 years and like a half. So, I mean, that would be a very quick turnaround, a very quick turnaround for like an Odyssey this year. I doubt it, I doubt it. J2 Blue says, do you think we'll get the announcement of a new Kid Icarus game this year? No, I don't think so. But that would be dope. It'd be cool. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. Fireblast says, OJ, okay, I already read that. Hold up. OJ, do you think we'll get an announcement of a new Zelda game this year? I think a new Zelda game announcement might be likely just because of the rumor that came out that Nintendo wants to do Zelda every year. And if you look at Nintendo over the years, there haven't really been many years where Nintendo's missed Zelda in the past decade. If you look back, we're 2019, you go all the way back to like 2009 or 2011, in that range. Nintendo really hasn't missed Zelda or something with Zelda theme, like something Zelda related has pretty much been released every single year for almost like the past decade or like 7 or 8 years or something. They haven't really missed a year. So I think the chances of something Zelda related is actually pretty high just because of that, Didn't they hint Skyward Sword HD? They did. It could be Skyward Sword HD, or it could be something else. We just don't know, though. Maybe Skyward Sword HD needs a little bit more time. Maybe that's next year. Maybe that's the bridge next year, and then the year after that, we get the new Zelda game, like the new Breath of the Wild style of game, or the new whatever the next Zelda game that they're working on. Because then that would be, they've been working on Zelda Breath of the Wild since like what 2012, 2013. So it took them all the way to that point. Then they waited because they have to make the Switch version of the game. So that would give them, obviously they're working on the new one as well. So, I mean, that would give them at least 3 years or so to develop. Like if it comes out the end of 2020, or if it comes out like 2021, sometime in 2021, that'd give them plenty of time, That'd be 4 years, right? So yeah. Ziplash 2 is going to be bigger than AC. Yeah, Ziplash 2 is going to be very big. When we finally get that Ziplash 2. I think Mario Odyssey DLC is more likely in the meantime, like they did with Zelda, says Deadlock. I mean, it's possible. But, I mean, it's been a while now, and we still have no we still have no Mario DLC. So, I mean, whereas Zelda, they told us from the very beginning. BC says, I think Nintendo believes Pokemon Gen 8 will sell more than Animal Crossing. Why would Animal Crossing be possibly released in September when Pokemon drops in November? September, October, November. So yeah, that would be fine. I think Animal Crossing, it feels like a summer type of title anyway. It doesn't feel like a November type of title. It feels like a summer type of title. Because that game's going to sell like for a long period. Like it's going to sell for an extremely long amount of time. It's not going to sell like front loaded or anything like that. Which all like the Pokemon games and everything does too. But I mean like, yeah, I think Pokemon's the bigger seller here. So Pokemon's more of like a November type of title. And then like Animal Crossing's like a before that. So yeah, I agree. That's VC. That's not necessarily true. You said that the Switch is not strong enough for Kingdom Hearts 3. There's nothing that nobody's stated that. Kingdom Hearts 3 runs on Unreal Engine 4. Unreal Engine 4 can run on the Switch. You'd have to optimize it for the system. But to say that Kingdom Hearts 3 it's not strong enough. There's not any factual information that has said that. There's nothing. It runs on Unreal Engine 4. Unreal Engine 4 runs on Switch. So, no, there's no facts on that. And you're not a developer either. So, and you haven't tried to get it to run. So, and the developers over at Square Enix haven't said that. So I don't see why I don't know why people will say that when nobody's said it. Like, like nobody said that. I don't know why. Like, why are people spreading like fake news? All right, take it easy, Acoustic Dude. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Appreciate that. Deadlock7 says, I think Hyrule Warriors sequel is possible though. I think Hyrule Warriors sequel. I don't know about a Hyrule Warriors sequel. I don't know. I don't know if they already did Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, and I think that they're happy with the sales of that game, and I think they would rather do something else. I think they'd rather move on to something else. So I don't know if we'll get a Hyrule Warriors 2. I think what's more likely is a Fire Emblem. Believe it or not, I think what's more likely is a Fire Emblem Warriors 2. That's a little bit more likely. I think they have unfinished business in Fire Emblem Warriors. I think Hyrule Warriors, I think it would be great. Don't get me wrong, it'd be good, but I think they kind of already, like with the DLC, like they kind of already added everything that they needed to add. Fire Emblem Warriors is missing a lot of Fire Emblem characters. It's missing a lot of characters. I mean, there's no Roy, there's no Ike. There's no, it's missing quite a number of characters that, fan favorites out there. So, I mean, whereas I think Hyrule Warriors kind of added pretty much almost everybody that you could want for the most part. I think a lot of the characters in there are even a stretch in the first place. I mean, like Tingle's in the game, So, and like the bug lady, what's her name? I forgot what her name is, but the bug lady's in the game, from Twilight Princess. So it's like, yeah, bug lady, yeah, multiple versions of Link in there already. You got Link on a horse, Link not on a horse. You know what I'm saying, guys? Agatha, there you go, Agatha. But I mean, like, they put a bug lady in the game, so I mean, I think I don't know if there's any more characters that they can use. I mean, there are more characters they can use, but Mr. P says, I'm sure Kingdom Hearts 3 would sell good on the Switch if they port it. Of course it'd sell good. Let's see. Player says, is that 1996 game the same as the Nosebleed game? No. Nah, not really. Deadlock says, true, Fire Emblem Warriors sequel is fine by me. What other franchise do you think they can give the Warriors treatment? I mean, people have been talking about Xenoblade Warriors. I think Xenoblade would be cool. That'd be cool if they did like a Xenoblade Warriors. I'd be down for something like that. It'd be so different than what they normally do, right? Like a Xeno Warriors would be cool. Like imagine like Shulk and Rex and Pyra and all those people going at it, all the different Xenoblade characters. That'd be dope, dude. Xenoblade X too, like Elma and all that. Man, that'd be really cool. Man, I'd be down for that. Xeno 1, Xeno X, and Xeno 2 right there. Oh, and Torna. If they can add in, dude, Adam, let's go. Dude, Adam, let's go, dude. Shout outs to Noah Maloney with the subscription. Thank you so much, Noah. Welcome to Elite Ninja Village of Players. Everybody here, please welcome. Welcome, Noah. Yo, Adam, man. That'd be my character that I use. That'd be my character, man. There's a lot of cool Xenoblade characters they can use. Oh, dude. There's so many cool characters they can use, So yeah. Hell yeah, Xeno Warriors. Yeah, Xeno Warriors would be dope. It'd be dope. They said that they wanted to do Xeno Warriors too, so if they did a Xeno Warriors, I'd be down for that. Let's see here. OJ, they need a Hyrule Warriors sequel so they can add the CDI characters. Yeah, exactly. That'd be the one thing Nintendo would want out of a sequel. Would be that. So I could see a Final Fantasy Warriors too. You know what? I don't see a Final Fantasy. I think if there was going to be a Final Fantasy Warriors, I think it would have already happened. Because Square Enix, they've already done a Dragon Quest, right? So, I mean, why hasn't it happened at this point? Since they already, I mean, like, I don't know. I kind of, I kind of think if they wanted a fire like a Final Fantasy Warriors, they would have already done it at this point, and they haven't done it yet. Maybe it comes in the future at some point, but I don't know. Like, what's the holdup on a Final Fantasy Warriors? I mean, a Final Fantasy Warriors should have came out before a Fire Emblem Warriors or a Hyrule Warriors. You know, that's the type of game that probably should have already been out. You know, a Final Fantasy Warriors that should have already been here at this point. You know, so. Final Fantasy Warriors already exists. No, it does. No, it doesn't. What, what the heck? Where's Final Fan? What game is the what is the game that's Final? Where is Final Fantasy Warriors? They can add in Xenogears characters only if Square. I don't think they'd add in Xenogears characters. I think it would just be Xeno. They didn't even add in all the cool Fire Emblem characters. Like, so I mean, I wouldn't expect them to add in like Xenogears characters. I think it would just be Xenoblade characters. I think Nintendo would just say, you know, Xenoblade characters. But that's just my opinion on that. Let's see. The people that worked on Warriors made Dissidia. Okay, that's great. I know that, but that was Koei Tecmo, and that was Team Ninja. That was Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja in particular that made Dissidia. So Team Ninja is not necessarily the Warriors team out there. So Koei Tecmo, yeah, helped out, but like that was also made by by Team Ninja. So not necessarily. And what does that? I mean, what does that have to do with Final? Dissidia is not Final Fantasy Warriors. I mean, if you're trying to make some type of weird connection to that, Dissidia doesn't play anything like Final Fantasy, like a Warrior style of game. So I don't know what's the point of saying that. I don't get it. Was it Pokemon Warriors or Animal Crossing Warriors? Just imagine those are both stupid. Well, Animal Crossing Warriors is stupid, but Pokemon Warriors might be okay. You could do a Pokemon Warriors, but a Final Fantasy Warriors would be, or sorry, but Animal Crossing Warriors would be silly. What is going on with Platinum Games? I don't know. What's going on with Platinum Games? You let me know. Dragon Quest Heroes, that's not Final Fantasy Warriors. What the hell? That's not Final Fantasy. That's Dragon Quest. Oh my! Imagine a Super Smash Brothers Warriors. That's stupid. I'm sorry. That's dumb. That doesn't even a crossover in a crossover game. That's silly. A Smash Brothers Warriors, like the whole point. Here's the reason why a Smash Brothers Warriors doesn't work. Here's the reason why. Smash Brothers is already a crossover game. Fire Emblem Warriors or Hyrule Warriors, it's a game, you take one franchise and the style that it is, and you cross that over. So you spend all of your time and effort adapting the Warriors gameplay to the unique identity of that franchise. Smash Brothers is a franchise that already has a bunch of other franchises in it. So how do you adapt that to a unique way to play in the Warriors game? That doesn't make sense to me. It would never happen, one, and two, it doesn't make sense to me. So I can't imagine something so silly because it wouldn't work. That's not how the style Warriors games work. What you don't want a mishmash of a bunch of different franchises to cloud up what the theme of the game is going to be, because whatever the theme is or whatever like they do, like a lot of the mechanics in like the Hyrule Warriors or Fire Emblem Warriors, it's based off of the franchise that it comes from. So Super Smash Brothers, I mean, I guess you can take some of the stuff like knocking people out of the arena. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, like, I don't know if that's not something I don't think that's doable. I'd rather have them like do like I mean, I would take a Xeno Warriors over some theoretical Smash Brothers Warriors, like, because if you do a Xeno Warriors, then you can say, yo, these are all the cool things from Xenoblade. Let's adapt it to this game. You can't do that with Smash Brothers. I mean, there are certain things, but that's mechanics within how the game works. That's not like lore and things like that. I mean, Smash Brothers has that, but then it doesn't at the same time. So I don't think the possibilities of that is, I think that's, you're thinking about it as, oh, well, there's a lot of different characters, so it'd be great, right? You're playing all these different characters, but then you lose the theme of the game and the unique mechanics. But that's just my opinion. Obviously, you can think something different as well. Let's see. A gamer bro was asking about Dragon Quest Warriors, and I was informing him Dragon Quest Warriors exists. Okay, Dragon Quest Warriors. Okay, I thought somebody said something about Fire. Like, Final Fantasy Warriors, just like that. I was like, that doesn't exist, you know. Deadlock 7. If Ubisoft do another crossover with Nintendo, what franchise do you think they could they do, and what type of game? Maybe an open world game. I don't know. Something tells me that they might do like Mario plus Rabbids too. I think they might just do like another one. Yes, I've seen the meme of that, J2 Blue. Falcon Launch says, is the unannounced big game that you were teasing first or third party? It's whatever party. Imagine Senran Kagura Warriors. Senran Kagura already is a warrior style of game. It literally already is almost like the same thing. That's what Senran Kagura is. It's a freaking Warriors game. You know what I'm saying? It's like a different style of Warriors game. So I don't have to imagine. You can go play a Senran Kagura game that's already like, it's literally that's the same. They're the same freaking thing. They're both hack and slash with a bunch of enemies coming at you, and you just hack away and you use different girls. Like that's already this man out here showing that you never even played Senran Kagura. This man out here saying, imagine a game that's exactly like the same game that we're imagining. That'd be good, right? Metroid Warriors, dude. We don't even have enough characters to put in Smash Brothers. Why Metroid Warriors would have 3 characters in there? Where's all the characters in Smash Brothers? But how many characters would we have in Metroid Warriors, dude? There'd be like nobody. Like literally nobody. Exposed, dude. He got exposed hardcore. So imagine Senran Kagura Warriors. Like, dude, man, like Senran Kagura already is that type of game, bro. Oh my gosh. Metroid. Everybody say imagine Mike and Ike Warriors. Imagine Mike and Ike Mega Mix Warriors, dude. Imagine that, dude. Where you're just different color. Look at all the different characters that you can have. Look. There's so many different characters that you can have in the game. Or you can have different Mike and Ikes. You just be able to just eat. If you're not careful, you can eat. Let's go ahead and let's focus in. Is it focused? It's not focused. There you go. Yo, what is this? Frank Rodriguez unlocking the Rinnegan. What with the 50? Frank, my man out here wilding out this week, bro. What is this? Frank with the $50 donation unlocking the Rinnegan and says, thanks for the stream. Hope this helps lift your day and week. Keep up the good work, my man. Dude, talking to you guys about video games helps me mentally like 1,000,000%. Let me talk about this. Let's talk about mental health for a bit, guys. This is why OJ streams are the best, because I'm going to give you guys life lessons that you can apply right now. Let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about what this stream does for me and how much you guys mean to me. So, some of you guys know, going through some personal stuff. I don't have friends to go out and talk to normally. I don't. You know why I don't? Because I work from home and I don't like to go out and drink and I don't like to go out and party and all that stuff. I'm just a normal dude, you know? The only reason why I was cool in high school was because I was athletic. That's it. How many people actually like me for who I am? Probably less than the number of fingers that I have. I think I probably had about 2 or 3 dudes that actually said, yo, man, you're a cool dude. Like, I like you for who you are. You're a nerd. You play video games. Yeah, you're very athletic, whatever. So, after all of those days have passed, all those people that were cool with me and, well, yo, what's up, OJ, blah, 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 are all gone. They don't care about me, you know? So, to be able to talk to you guys every single day in terms of, like, with Frank, thank you for the donation, man. You talking about, like, hopefully it, lifts your day, your week. Definitely helps me feel better. Obviously, you got to support the channel. Support the channel is great. But just talking with you guys every single day makes me feel a lot better. I don't know what I do without talking to you guys. Otherwise, I'm inside this fairly big house by myself, and really nobody else here. It's just me. So it's really important for me to talk to you guys pretty much every single day. Even when I don't feel like streaming, if I'm sick, there's times where I stream when I'm feeling a little down, feeling a little sick, bad stuff happens. I'm never gonna miss the stream, even if really bad things happen. I'm never gonna miss it unless I have to be gone, you know. But I stream because I need it. I need it mentally, you know. I just need it. I need it. So it's. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it, man. It really does. It really does mean a lot to me. But you guys mean a lot more than a lot of you guys think. You know, you guys mean a lot to me. You guys really do. So it's cool. It's cool, man. So think about that next time. Like, it's not about, you know, because I know we got some kids in here. It's not about how popular you are or how many people like you or whatever the case is. Chances are all the people that are your friends, every 5 or 6 years, you get a whole different set of friends. You don't really, 5 years ago, I had a whole different set of friends that I thought were my friends. 5 years before that, I had a whole different set of friends that I thought were my friends. 5 years before that, I had a whole different crew that I ran with. Every single 5 or 6 years, you're probably going to switch out who you're cool with or people that, you know what I'm saying, that you talk to or whatever the case is. You know, it happens until you get to a certain point, you know? So most of us aren't going to have a lot of friends. So this is cool, you know? But thank you. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that. That makes you the top stream ninja. That makes you the top, the stream boss as well. So I really do appreciate that. You guys give some love to Frank in the chat. With that Renangon unlock, really do appreciate that, man. Thank you. And the first Streamlabs donation of the day as well. So thank you. I appreciate it. Now I have no friends. Oh, man. Except for my PE Nation. Let's go. Yep. My high school friends are all gone. Exactly. Most of the people that you know from high school are not going to be around anymore. Like, they're going to get their own family. They're going to just ignore you. They're going to not think that you're cool. I mean, and I've actually seen it happen to me literally, like, dynamically. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you guys a story. When I was younger, there was this kid that I used to hang out with. This family that I used to hang out with. There was an older one that was 2 years older than me. And there was an older brother that was 2 years older than me, and then there was a younger one that was 3 years younger than me. And the older brother, since we were younger, so like I said, he was 2 years older than me, so it wasn't like we were like a huge gap in age. And we always hung out. He always thought that I was fine, everything was cool from when we were like, I would say like 7, 8 years old, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But that's when. So that's about that 5 years, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 years old. So I've known him for 5 years. We've been hanging out, family, friends. And then all of a sudden, he started literally on the spot treating me like trash. Like, started calling me names, started making fun of me, like stuff that he never did beforehand. He all of a sudden started doing. And it was weird. I was like, okay, I just brushed it off. Like, he did weird stuff, like paint my toenails, like when I slept over at his house, like stuff that he would never do. Like, he would do the weirdest things, you know what I'm saying? Like treat me just like bad, which I don't mind the painting of the toenails, like whatever, like joke around, paint your toenails, like people have done that before. That's like a little joke, whatever. But like, he went further than that. He would like bully. Then it actually kind of went into like abusive, verbal abuse and bullying, like constantly like bullying me and like making fun of me when he never did that before. When he was 10, 11, 12, like when he was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever the years were, never happened. And then by the time that he was like 13, 14, he had completely checked out and just said, screw you. And I literally did nothing to him, like outside of just be there to hang out with him and his younger brother. So, and that was the 5-year thing. So after that 5 years, he was done with me. And I remember we met back up. Well, I haven't hung out with him in like forever. So it had been years and years and years that went by, right? So he was 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and whatever. We're in high school. He's going to one high school. I'm going to a different high school. And I see him for the first time in years. You know, we're playing football against each other. And he comes out on the football field. He doesn't want to shake my hand. You know, before and pregame, I went over to him to say hi. He doesn't want to say hi to me. During the game, he starts talking trash to me during the game. And then we won the game. We actually came back and won the game. I was a sophomore. He was a senior. So he was playing in his senior year. He was a college recruit. You know, he was tall. He was like 6'3", athletic. You know, so he ended up going to I'm not going to say the university because you guys might look him up. But anyway, I'm not going to say that. But he ended up going to a college and playing D1 football. But he was treating me like trash the whole game. You know, I was like, whatever, that's fine. At first, like, I don't know what was in, like something in me couldn't like hit him, you know? And then like he called me a name that he called me back when I was younger. And I was like, okay, I'm going to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm like, the gloves are off. At first, like I was just trying to juke, you know? And I was like, I'm not going to hit him. But I was like, okay, gloves are off. He called me that name, gloves are off. Next time that I went up against him, dude, I just went, freaking ran him over as hard as I could and we both got in each other's face and I was like, yeah, you like that? You know what I'm saying? I was like, you like that, dude? So I was like, I'm done with this dude. So it took me that long to realize that he doesn't want anything to do with me. You know what I'm saying? After the game, tried to say, what's up, man? Like, you know, kind of give a hug. He shoved me. He shoved me off and I was like, okay, you know, whatever. And that was the last time that I've ever talked to him, you know? I think maybe I saw him. Oh no, I think I saw him one more time walking through in the mall, and he just gave me like a "what's up." But like, he had, you know, he was done. And since then, and we were good like best friends. We were childhood best friends. So what I'm trying to say is that like people that you meet, whether it's your childhood, whether it's your high school or whatever, the real ones are gonna stick around. The fakes and the frauds, you know what I'm saying, are gonna leave. So it is what it is, man. I hit him for about 100. No, here's the thing. I hit him for about 160 yards rushing and like 40 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. That was my first varsity game ever. I was a little scared because you got to remember I was playing against, you know, freshmen, you know, 13, 14-year-olds, well, 13-year-olds. And then when you play varsity, you're playing against, you know, 17 and 18-year-olds. So there's a big gap because you're jumping up because varsity is supposed to be for juniors and seniors. Our team that year was not that. I mean, we were okay. We went 6-4, but we weren't that great. So they needed a lot of help. It wasn't just me. Like the whole freshman team that year, like there was like 6 of us that got called, like 6 or 7 of us that got called up. So it wasn't just me. There was a bunch of other guys that got called up to varsity too. But running back is a physical position. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of the most physical positions on the field. So you're going up against all the big dudes, the linebackers and the defensive linemen and all that stuff. So I was a little shook at the beginning, you know? I was a little shook because I was like, oh man, like, you know, he had just got done winning a championship. The previous year, that school won the championship and he was a starter on that team. So, you know, and like I said, he was like 6'3", about 180 pounds, solid D1, already had like D1 offers. I was a little shook, you know? And that school was a prestigious school that wins championships. They went undefeated the year before, 13-0, and blew out, like they won the title game easy. I watched the game myself. When I was a freshman, I watched the game. I was like, oh, that's great. I'm like, I'm not going to have to play them for a while. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, snap. All of a sudden, next thing you know, it was like, I went from me like a little freshman smiling to me having a football helmet and me the starting running back against that team in the first game of the season. Dude, I was shook. I was a little shook, just a little bit, you know. But after the first couple hits and everything, I got riled up. I'm like, man, this is no different from anything else. Let me just play, and that's when I started balling. So it was good, man. It was good. So yeah. Let's see. Sounds like a My Hero Academia storyline. You should have threw the hands on him. Nah. Drunk Crusher, shut up. When are we gonna throw hands in Smash Brothers, dude? When are we gonna throw hands in Smash Brothers? When are we gonna throw hands in Smash Brothers, dude? You said David says I was homeschooled for 9 years until college. Now I hang around other entrepreneurs because iron sharpens iron. Offer value as a person and always be networking. You never know who you'll meet. Exactly. That's very good. Very, very good. If you want to talk about like business people, business people. Oh yeah. Like I know a bunch of like LinkedIn and all that. Like, yeah, there's a bunch of people that I know that like I could probably hang out with or whatever the case is, business, like that's true. When I was still doing that in that realm, I used to do that. Yeah, definitely. I used to go hang out with those guys like down in Thousand Oaks and everything and be like, hey, let's hang out. Let's, grab drinks, whatever it is, let's meet up with these people. But now that I work from home, it's like, man, who I want to talk to is you guys, that's who I want to talk to. I don't want to talk to anybody else. I want to talk to you guys. So, so yeah. Ate his lunch. Yeah, there we go, man. That happened to me, and the guy stole my girl at the time. Your girlfriend. Somebody stole your girlfriend? What? That sucks, dude. Yeah, I actually I had a guy on the football team. He didn't steal my girl. I don't think he stole my girlfriend, but it was pretty clear that I got dumped for him, and they knew. Like everybody knew it was gonna happen, but me. Like, that happened to me. Like that same sophomore year. Like I was dating this cheerleader, and and yeah, we started dating at the beginning of the year, and by the end of the year, she broke up with me, and then she got with like another dude on the football team, and I was like, oh, okay. You know, I was like, well, he is like way taller, better looking, blah blah blah, whatever. Okay, well, it happens, you know. But me and him were friends, so it was like I never said nothing. I wasn't mad or anything because me and him were actually really good friends, so it was cool. You know, it was just like okay, you know, whatever. And like they dated for like a long time. They dated for like years after, even into college. They dated. And I don't know if they're still together now, but I know they dated for like a long time. So, have I tried the Satisfy grip for the Switch? I have. I actually have the Satisfy grip for the Switch. It's right over there. Let me grab it real quick. I can show you. It's actually really good. I've been meaning to do a review on it, guys, but just haven't got around to it. But yeah, I actually have the Satisfy the premium bundle for the Switch. It's really good. It's really good. Yeah, so I mean, this Switch that I have, I only play it portable mode. So I got a Switch here that I play in my office that I only play for like reviews and for streaming, and then I got a Switch that I only play portable. So yeah, this is the Satisfy grip, and it's really good. It really helps out with playing games and holding the grip. It comes with a bunch of cables and stuff like that. If you get the premium package, comes with this nice case which holds all your games. Have a little pouch up here to hold like headphones and stuff like that. You can even fit a Pro controller, but you can fit a Pro controller in here, but it's gonna be like kind of like packed, you know. It also has a space underneath for like a portable charger, so everything can fit in here. You can fit a Pro controller, portable charger, and the Switch, and you can close it, and it's not gonna like strip the zipper. The zipper is the heavy Duralock zipper. It's good. It's good quality. These are good. It's somewhat pricey, but yeah, it's actually pretty good stuff. It's like $50, but I like it. It's good. It's good. Yes, there's a possibility that Kingdom Hearts comes to Switch, T-Dude. Like, yes, there's a possibility that it comes to Switch. I mean, I don't know. Of course there is. There is a possibility that there's always a possibility that any X, Y, or Z game's gonna come to Switch. Any Japanese game. Drop that affiliate link. I don't have an affiliate link. I can get one though if you guys want to wait just a little bit. I don't have an affiliate link, but I can definitely get one. Yeah, it's actually super nice. It's really good. They swap cases so it's smaller than the one that you have. Okay, there might be multiple ones though. You said they swapped cases, so you might be able to get the bigger one like I have, you know? So I guess it just depends, right? Drop the link to the case, man. Okay. Well, I can just show you guys. I mean, the guy sent this to me. He sent it to me, but I don't. Let me find out. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so you guys can check it out, the satisfy.com. Check out and see which one you guys want. There you go. It's a good case, man. I still need to do a review on it. Still need to do a review. So yeah, support the man. Yeah, there's an elite bundle that you showed and a slim bundle version where the case is about half as thick. Okay, I suggest getting the elite bundle one. Don't get the smaller one. The smaller one's good, but I suggest getting the elite one because the elite one, lets you put more stuff in it. So you want to be able to put more stuff in it, you know? So I suggest getting the Elite, the Pro bundle. Pro bundle, no, there's a Pro Gaming Bundle Slim, right? Whatever's the bigger one. So yeah, it comes like with some thumb stuff too, like thumb grips. It comes like with 4 thumb grips. It comes like with the USB-C cable. Noah the Diabetic hits with that Twitch follow too. Thank you, Noah the Diabetic. I appreciate the Twitch follow. Welcome to the Fire Nation, my man. I'm looking at the grip for the case. Do you have a link? I just posted a link. I just posted it. David N says, yeah, there's, okay, I already talked about that. Okay, he said, oh, thanks. Okay, cool. I use the grip and it's recommended. Yeah, it's a good grip. It's definitely a good grip. Good grip. All right, guys. We have 6 more minutes of questions. So if you guys have questions for me, feel free to drop the questions. I was going to stream tonight, guys, but I'm going to have to set up my mic and for PE News, and that's going to take a while to set up the mic for PE News because I'm horrible with tech. So I probably won't be able to stream tonight, but yeah, or stream gameplay tonight. But we can probably be back tomorrow, guys. We'll probably be back tomorrow after the PE podcast. I'll probably be able to stream. So, is Mega Man 11 worth getting at $33 and, or is it, that's euros or whatever, British pounds? One of those two. Sorry, I'm horrible with money symbols. Yeah, it's worth it if you like Mega Man. Yeah, if you like Mega Man, it's good. Only if you like Mega Man. If you don't like Mega Man, then it's not worth it. The left thumb pad does not work well with Smash. I don't think you should be using. I don't think you should be using Joy-Cons for Smash personally. Like, I don't think Smash is not a portable handheld like type of play unless you're playing like something like easy, like if you're just like relaxing and playing like the training mode, or not even training mode, if you're just like playing like all-star mode or something like that, something that's not hard, classic mode, then you can use the Joy-Cons. But if you're like at home or if you're on the go, like I would say that like if you can use tabletop mode with the Pro controller, that's probably better, you know, than using the Joy-Cons. Let's see, if you could change one thing about the Switch, what would it be and why? I don't know. It sounds like one of those like interview questions, dude. Like, if I can change one thing, I'll just probably like change like how the online works, you know? Yo, what? Bro, what is this? This dude, Madra, unlocked, bro. What is this? Yo, you do not see that very often. Yo, Ibsters with the $101 donation? What the hell? And says, hey, OJ, haven't been able to come to the streams for a while. Had mental health issues. Oh, we were just talking about it. We were just talking about mental health. Ibsters, were you here for that when we were talking about it? He says, but I'm back now. Can I ask a question about Smash? Absolutely. Ask away. Ask away. We'll extend the stream for you, Ibsters. Were you here for the mental health discussion? Because we actually just talked about that like how many minutes ago, stream? You guys give some love to Ibsters. Show us Sharingans if you got it. My man Ibsters coming out with a 101. But yeah, we just talked about mental health, dude. And how to keep sane in these crazy times. Ibsters. Also, Ibsters with the trifecta. Becoming the top stream ninja, the weekly top ninja, and also the stream boss all in one swoop. We call that the trifecta here on Player Essence. Shoutouts, man. Thank you for the 101, dude. Freaking not expected at all. Not expected at all, dude. Let's see here. So, yeah, you just got here. So, yeah, Ibsters, let's talk about this whole mental... I'll extend the stream, guys, because Ibsters just got here. We were talking about mental health, and I know we talked about mental health a little bit ago, Ibsters, right? Like, we talked about mental health before on the last stream, and one of the ways that helps keep me sane, because I'm dealing with some stupidity. I'm dealing with somebody who just doesn't want to know when to let things go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm dealing with somebody. I'm not saying who, not saying whether it's online or offline or whatever the case. I'm not even indicating anything. I'm just saying I'm just dealing with some stuff. That's very frustrating. And my mental health has been all over the place. Like some days I'm thinking I want to shut everything down, and then I'll slap myself and say, what are you talking about? Then other days I'm thinking this is the best day ever when things are going horrible. So how to keep an even keel, one, playing games that you enjoy. If you don't ever, here's another thing. Here's another tip, guys. Don't ever be peer pressured into this is a video that I want to do for like a OJ Speaks. Don't ever be peer pressured or be like online day one hype to play something. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because everybody else is playing Kingdom Hearts doesn't mean that you have to do that. If you want to play Smash, or if you want to play Ease 8, or if you want to play Octopath, if you don't want to buy a game day one just because of the hype, like, you don't have to. Don't feel peer pressured into it. Play what you truly enjoy. So that's the first thing, because I know a lot of us out here that are really into games. We want to be part of the day one hype. We want to be able to talk about games and streams and everything. But like I told myself, like even with Kingdom Hearts, I'm like, I don't need to be part of this day one crazy hype. Like I have a ton of work to do. I've got to talk to you guys. I mean, like me talking to you guys and hearing what you guys think about certain games, because I've asked you guys, what do you guys think about Kingdom Hearts, is more important than me ruining my content schedule that you guys look forward to talk about Kingdom Hearts. I'd rather listen to you guys, even if I could never play the game. I'd rather listen to you guys enjoy it and know that you guys had fun about you guys' experiences than me downgrading the content or not having content because I'm out here playing Kingdom Hearts all day. I have to limit myself from even playing like Smash Brothers all day. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to limit myself, otherwise I'm never gonna work. So play the games that you like to play first and foremost when it comes to gaming. Second of all, when it comes to mental health, do not let people who aren't rocking with you control you. There's a lot of fakes out there. There's a lot of people out there that want to say things to you, that want to manipulate you or make you think a certain way or feel a certain way. A lot of people like to take advantage of nice people. Gamers are often the nice guys, that people like to take advantage of. Don't let anybody take advantage of you. You don't need people that aren't going to rock with you and actually be there for you. So that can lead to a lot. That can lead to no friends, which I think is why I have really very little friends. Another thing is like find people, even if it's online, even if it's here in streams, whatever the case is. If you come here, I can guarantee you can have an honest conversation. All right, you can feel a part of the community, and it's going to help you mentally. I know you said you haven't been here a while because of those issues, but I'll tell you right now, if I didn't have this stream and if I didn't talk to you guys, and if I just still did like a normal job or whatever the case is with some of the stuff that I'm going through, I don't know where I'd be, like mental health wise. I don't know if I'd be okay to where I wouldn't need medication, because I'm not on any medication for mental health. I had a nervous breakdown in 2013. I had a huge nervous breakdown, like a colossal nervous breakdown, where my heart was beating so fast. I was sweating profusely. Everything started itching, and I broke down, and I just said, I can't do this anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done. You're done. You're done to myself. So I've had a nervous breakdown. I've had those thoughts, man. But you need somebody to talk to. You need somebody to talk to. You've got to find your purpose. That's hard. Not a lot of people can find that. But even if your purpose is coming here and hanging out and talking with people that are like-minded and enjoying whatever hour and a half, whatever we spend, that's enough. It's something. For me, that hour and a half or that 2 hours that I spend with you guys is just enough. Otherwise, it's complete isolation by myself for the most part, because I work from home and I don't have a lot of friends out there. I'll go on dates every now and then, but I'll be honest, American women are American women. You never know their true intentions. You never know exactly what they're thinking. So it's not, I don't know, like, it's fine. I can find a girlfriend. That's no problem. But is this the person that I want to really spend like a ton of time with? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not sure. So that's what I would say to you to help keep sane. Come to the streams. You've got a community here. You're well known. You're a Renengan. People know you. You've been around for a long time. You're a huge part of the community. Come out to the streams, and I know you'll feel better, man. I know you'll feel better. Get your questions answered. Just relax. I'd usually say make sure you take care of yourself too, guys. If any of you guys are struggling with mental health, it's very, very, unless you have disabilities that stop you from completely exercising, it is very important that you exercise to help the chemical brain waves, the chemical, like the waves in your brain. You've got to exercise. If you don't exercise, if you don't keep your body sharp, you know what I'm saying? Your mind is going to crumble, you know? And exercising really gives you that euphoria. It gives you that kick that you need to provide some self-worth to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So Ipsters, I would say that if you're not exercising, definitely try to implement some type of workout routine. Even if it's only 15, 20 minutes a day, that chemical activity is going to help you immensely. It's going to help you immensely. I wouldn't say that I had a nervous breakdown in 2018, but in early 2018, it was not good. You guys saw my weight, right? Like, for those who have been around, you saw how much I was weighing. I wasn't in a good spot in early 2018. I really was not in a good spot. So that's very important. All of those things are. You know, I've been to the gym today. Okay, good. Ipsters, keep going to the gym. Keep going to the gym. When you can, come out here and you can be part of the community. Come here and be a part of the community and know that you're welcome here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're welcome. You're welcome here. Everybody has no problem talking to you. We can answer your questions. You can come and just be one of the, you know, one of the ninja in the village, one of the fellas. Come here, talk about what you want, talk about what you like, you know? Another thing, guys, don't spend time talking about things that you don't like. Don't spend time going on videos of people hating and people just being negative. Don't do that. If you have mental health problems, do not do that. You should never be watching videos or people that you don't like. Don't do it. That's what I stopped doing. Like, I stopped responding to everybody. I stopped saying, oh, this hater said something. I'm going to go there and argue him. I'm going to go argue like my Twitter arguments. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stopped doing all the long super, like, with haters. I'll still talk back and forth with people that want to debate, and that's fine. I don't have a problem doing that with people that aren't haters, that follow me and all that. But if you don't follow me and you're just hating, like, I'm going to talk one or two times and I'm just going to either block you or I'm going to mute you. I'm going to move on. You know? So also keep that in mind as well. Don't rock with people that aren't trying to rock with you. If somebody's a hater, if somebody's trying to diss you, whatever the case is, don't like you, bye, Felicia. You let them go. You know, I've got people that still to this day, make hating videos about old stuff. Won't shut the hell up. And I don't even address them. Just move on. You know? All right. Let's see, I'm having trouble cutting out sugary foods. What can you do to replace them also while replacing them with good tasting food? Yeah, you know what? I still don't know the answer to that question because I have a problem with sugar too. I really like candy. The only thing that you can do in your mind, the only thing that you can do is like what I've done is like kind of replace it with a little bit like with like certain types of like fusion V8 juice. Like V8 mixed like the strawberry, banana mixed with vegetables. Like I say, okay, if I want something sweet, I can eat this. Or even like certain type of drinks, like the sparkling water. It kind of tastes kind of sweet. Or even like sugar-free syrup with like waffles or pancakes. Like I'll just like do that instead. That's still way less calories than one box of Mike and Ike's and way less sugar. So I've been trying to do that, and then also it's also like a mental thing. Like tell yourself, okay, I'm spending money on like sugary stuff. Like I need to stop spending money on sugary foods. So try to make it financial too, even though like I can totally buy as much sugar and candy that I want and it wouldn't be a problem, you know? Like even though financially it's not a big deal because candy's cheap. Even the candy that you love the most is cheap. Even quality candy is cheap. So I mean, it's like, just tell yourself that. So you got to do that combination. So I haven't bought as many Mike and Ike's. Like I used to eat like 4 or 5 boxes of these a week. Now I'm down to about maybe one box, maybe 2 boxes a week. So I'm still working on it as well. This week I haven't had any box. Wait, have I? When was this from? I don't remember when I bought this, but I know it wasn't like I haven't been eating them. Like I usually buy them like every other day. I'll buy boxes of Mike and Ike's and eat them. I'll walk to CVS and buy a box and literally eat the whole box on the way back. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm done. You know, like what the hell did I just do that for? You know? So I mean, that would be the thing there. Let me see what Ipsos has to say. I'm a carrier, and I obsessively worry. Okay. A bit of a bad mix. Okay. Use the bit block. You don't need to worry about who the bit block is. I got a real chocolate issue, and I know it's gonna bite me in the ass if I don't stop soon. Yeah. You know what? Here's the thing with chocolate, VC. I'm not huge on chocolate. You know, I used to be, but you've got to try to buy the smaller portions, right? Like, what type of chocolate are you like? If you're buying like a king size Snickers, buy like the smaller Snickers. At least just do that for right now. Whatever you're buying, cut it in half or buy the smaller portion of it. Or buy it if you can buy like a small, like if there was a smaller bag of Mike and Ike's, I'd totally, like, there are smaller bags of Mike and Ike's, but there aren't smaller bags of Mike and Ike's in the Mega Mix. There's only a smaller bag of the original Mike and Ike's. You know, and I don't like the original Mike and Ike's. Like that's my, I hate that one the most. Like, I like all the other Mike and Ike's more than the original Mike and Ike's. I mean, I can eat them, but there's no other small bag of Mike and Ike's outside of that one. So that's my issue. Places, you're not wrong, but listening to YouTube or podcasts or people you don't like when at the gym can build up that extra energy you need. Well, you can just take a pre-workout. You know what I'm saying, and take care of that too. You can just take a pre-workout, and you know, but I know you were joking. Sweets are my huge weakness. Sweets are a huge weakness for me too. Yeah. Let's see here. Here's how. Google the side effects of long-term use of the thing that you want to quit. If that doesn't inspire you, nothing will. Yeah, that's true. You can do that. I remember that you were calling yourself Furious Francis. What year was that? That was like 2013. That was a long time ago. At least at this point. We're now in 20. That was 6 years ago. Omega Chase says, Parsons, thank you for the life/mental health suggestions on a great live stream. I have to go. Peace out all. Take it easy, man. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Thank you. Thank you. Wait a minute. Hold up here. I've been eating so much lately, yet somehow I'm not fat. I do work out almost every day, though. So, well, if you work out every day, then that's why you're not fat, you know? David says, I recommend going on a 15-day fast, no food or juice, only water. I'll help you break any cycle addiction you have. There is no way that I can do that. That's too much mental fortitude. I cannot go 15 days without eating any food. Like, it's not possible. It's not possible for me. I can't. I can't. Arash says, my SD card says it's file corruption, so I got a new one. After that, when I connected to YouTube, it says error. Why does it do that? My internet works good. I have Spectrum internet. I have no idea what's going on, you know? I have no idea, you know? Not sure. Anything is possible, Kevin Garnett. I can last without eating anything for one whole day. I can probably do a day without eating because I can just drink water or flavored waters and I'll be fine. But I can't go 15 days without eating because, like, I need to exercise, and when I exercise, I need to have food to fuel myself to exercise. So I can't go 15 days without eating. I mean, that'd be dope, but I can't. But I like food too much. Yeah. Yeah, you need water. He said just only water. He said 15 days fast food, or 15 not fast food. 15 days 15-day fast, no food or juice, only water. So I would guess that would include flavored water. Like you said water, so I'm guessing flavored water is included. So I mean, I can go 15 days. I can go a day or maybe 2 days if I can get just like a bunch of different flavored water drinks and be like, okay, I can just drink the like sparkling water, the soda type of water, all that with the 0 calories in it. Yeah, I can do that. You know, because I can just drink different flavors of water. I'm like, okay, I'll be good. But I can't go 15 days. No, that's too much. I don't have the mental fortitude to do that. So the body can go 30 to 40 days before it will start to digest itself. Most people have tons of waste internally anyway. Well, yeah, like how long did Gandhi fast for, right? Like how long did Gandhi fast for? Gandhi fasted for like, how long did he fast for? Does anybody know how long he fasted for? I'm trying to look up. Yeah, he fasted for 21 days. Yeah, a few. Yeah, you're right, VC. A few weeks, 3 weeks. So he fasted for 21 days. Uh, Harmon says, OJ, what features do you want to see in Pokemon 2019? I don't know. I just want to see the game first. The Hands, the third says, on the topic of mental health, the gaming industry is in a unique position. Many people already use games to help with their issues. Developers may want to make it a bigger focus. Yeah, I mean, there are some games, like games like, what was that game from Ninja Theory? Something. What was it called? What's that game? I forgot. It's on the tip of my tongue. It has a really good graphics. Hellblade. Yeah, there you go. I was about to call it Heavenly Sword, but it's not. It's not Heavenly. Ninja Theory made Heavenly Sword, but that's a different game. Hellblade. Yeah, Hellblade. You know, that game is like mental health stuff, and then there's also other games too. It's not just that. There's a ton of indie games that are about mental health. Like, what else? What's the game that everybody played? Celeste. Celeste has like mental health stuff in it as well. So, yeah. Crosscode. Does that have mental health stuff too? Crosscode is on PC. That game's coming to Switch later this year, right? Yeah, that's a game that I think it's coming to Switch too. Heavenly Sword was awesome, but then horrible at the same time. I don't think Heavenly Sword has aged well when it comes to like action combat. But I think at the time it was kind of cool. Celeste was overrated. I don't think it was overrated. I think it was a good game. Gamer Bro says, I feel like video games keep me happy and calm in my life. They also help me be successful because I have something to look forward to. Yeah, I think what's the old saying, guys? Like, in order to be happy in life, you need to like have someone to love and something to look forward to and something else, you know? And I think for many people, video games are the thing that they look forward to. You know, if you don't have kids, obviously looking forward to them growing up, that's not an option. You know, if you don't have someone to love, then, you know, but at least you have something to look forward to, like a new game. There's always the new game that's coming. You know, there's always something. So, I actually think Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had some mental health themes. It does. Yeah, it definitely does. With Pyra and Mithra and what happened and the whole issue with that. Yeah, it does. Nothing like crazy, nothing like Hellblade or anything like that, or Celeste, but definitely good. Jeff says money makes me happy. Well, you need money to survive. So I think for some people, obviously, you know, having money is going to make them happy. For a lot of people, you know, for me, just having, you know, being able to have enough to pay my bills and have enough to make sure that like if something drastic happens, I can pay for that is good enough for me. And me having enough to where I don't have to go into an office and work and have some type of crazy boss in a type of job that I don't like or that's not gaming, you know, is good. That's what makes me happy. So the amount is whatever, you know, you're going to make what you're going to make, but just as long as I don't have to go back to sales and marketing and maybe not, like, I don't mind doing sales and marketing in video games, you know, like if I ever get like a corporate job and I have to, you know, market or do sales and marketing with video games, that's cool. But I'll like doing sales and marketing in other types of like, you know, other types of industries, I never want to go back to that again. What's up? I'm hungry. EXC, how you doing today, my man? Let's see. I thought the people in your wallpaper on your phone was your family. That is my family. I never said not my. I was talking about other people, like, you know. I have a family, but the people in the wallpaper was my my daughter, my aunt, and my mom. Gosh, I would expect you to say stuff like being Quagmire from freaking Family Guy makes you happy. It's oh my gosh, dude. What'd you say, Ipsters? This is person. Have you ever had issues where you try to do a move but you get hit, and then move you always try to do happens, and you die because the move stops you from doing a recovery? What are you talking about? A video game? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. You talk about a video game, dude? If you talk about a video game, let me know what game it is. Girls make you happy, just the sight of them? It's kind of creepy, but hey, man. Napushi with the subscription. Thank you so much, Napushi. Welcome to the Elite Ninja Village of Player Essence. Everybody in the chat, please welcome Napushi to the village. What's good? Oh, Smash. He's talking about Smash Brothers. Okay. Have you ever tried it? It's just where you try to do a move, but you get hit, and then the move you were trying to do happens, and you die because the move stops you from doing a recovery. Okay, yeah, that's called a buffer. That's called a buffer. So what you're doing is that you got to be careful when you get hit. There's something called like hit stun. All right, and what's happening, Ipsters, is that like you're mashing buttons or you're pressing things when you're off stage, and then you get hit, and then there's recovery frames. Not hit. Sorry, not buffer. It's not a buffer. There's something called recovery frames, right? So when you do a certain move, there's a certain amount of startup time and ending time that move takes. And if you take too long, or if you do that move when you're off stage, or if you get hit off stage and then you do that move, it could actually make it to where you can't recover. Now, I think what's happening too is that you're forgetting that you have an extra jump. So you're just trying to do your up B, and your up B doesn't make it back to the stage, or you're forgetting that you have an extra jump and then an up B. So if that happens to you, Ipsters, try not to press any buttons while you're getting hit. Unless it's a button that you know can maybe get you out of a combo of being hit. Try not to press buttons when you're off stage and focus on getting back to the stage. And remember that you have a jump. When you're off stage, you have a jump, and then you have an up B. So don't just panic and do your up B. Make sure that you do your one jump. You know, you do have that extra jump, and then you have an up B. So that should be able to help you. What you're saying doesn't happen to me a lot because, you know, I'm experienced in the game, but it happens to a lot of newcomers in the game, you know, where they'll be pressing buttons and they can't recover because they're in their ending lag of the move, and then they try to press up B and they SD. They fall off to their death. So yeah, do it. That's the best way of doing that. What's good, Dan 200TF? How you doing today, my man? Psychopie says drawing and animating makes me happy. That's good, man. That's good. What's it called? Editing makes me happy at times too. Let's see. I mean, if I want to try a counter like what Ike, if I get hit, I'd get hit, fly off the stage, then countered as I'm falling. Well, that's because you mashed the button, because you mashed it too much, and then you accidentally pressed the counter, so then he did it again. So you probably pressed the counter button. Maybe they hit you before the active frames of the counter started, or afterwards. You get hit, and then you're pressing the button again, and then there's a lot of startup. There's a lot of startup and ending lag with the counter, you know. So you just got to be careful. Like if you get hit, don't spam and keep on pressing a button, because then you're gonna do a move. You know, so just be careful with mashing the buttons, you know, afterwards. And I think even after you're like in hit stun and something like that, there are some moves or some stuff that can be buffered. So that's why I say don't spam. When you see your character go out of hit stun, like, you know, the animation, like where they're like hit, where they make like their face, or like where you can't move, that's when you can act as soon as your recovery starts. So that's the thing that I would say to you is like go into practice mode and really get to know how long it takes for moves to start up and how long they end, how long like moves take, like can you recover, you know, after you do this move off stage. Like practice for your recoveries, like practice doing a move off stage and seeing if you can recover. So that's the one thing that I think a lot of newcomers don't do, is that go into practice mode and practice your off stage game. You know, like a lot of newcomers never practice off stage. You know, they'll just go into CPU battles and they'll just play the CPU, but you've got to practice going off of stage. You got to practice getting back on stage. You know, see, like I don't need to practice that as much because I've been playing Smash competitively for years. You know, I've been playing Smash and I know that. So like practicing recovery isn't a big thing. I just learn what the person's recovery is, and I'm like, okay, this is their recovery. I generally get a feel of how far I can recover from, but usually I can just look at the recovery and say, okay, I can recover from here, here, and here. You know, like that type of skill is only when you've been playing the game for a long time. That type of skill doesn't happen overnight, or if you're not a competitive player. So you really need to go into practice mode and learn the recoveries, you know, like learn it. And not only that, but I watch a lot of Smash Brothers. So even if I don't play the character, I can see what other people do and their recovery and where they recover from and say, okay, well, when I play this character, I know I can do this. Like, for example, I already knew the recoveries of a lot of the cast because I was just watching a lot of Smash Brothers, like with the Invitational and all that. So I was like, okay, this is how Wolf can recover. This is where he can recover from. Okay, so like I didn't really SD based off of like me not being able to recover, you know, because I already knew how Wolf can recover. I already knew how a lot of these characters can recover just in general because I was just watching a lot of the game, you know. So there you go. Yo, what's up, Danny? How you doing today, my man? Twintel comes to Smash. Yeah, that'd be dope if Twintel comes to Smash. Wish we could play Smash tonight. Yeah, that would be, dude. I really want to play Smash tonight. If I can get my mic set up and my PE News video shot and edited beforehand, which I don't think I'll be able to, but if I can, I'll definitely do it. We can play some Smash tonight. But if anything, guys, we should be good tomorrow after the podcast. We should be good. If not, then definitely for sure 100% Friday, 100% Smash Brothers Friday, and this weekend. No questions at all this weekend. Smash Brothers, like Smash Brothers, and probably Mario Kart this weekend. So no questions this weekend at all, for sure. But it's just like I said, this week I've been so busy with stuff. It's just been ridiculous. I can't talk about it because it's stuff that I can't talk about. But yeah, it's not fun. I'll tell you that right now. It's not fun. No Johns. Yes, no Johns. What is DI in Smash? DI is called directional influence. When you get hit with certain attacks or just attacks in general, you can move the control stick in a certain way, and cut fell. And your character will be angled in that direction that you move them. That is called DI. In some situations, DI can help you not die quick. So for example, if you get blasted, like let's say somebody hits you with a move and it sends you directly, you know, horizontal. If you DI up into the angle, you won't die as fast. You'll go up into the corner and you'll have more room to potentially not be blasted off the screen than way off the side. Or for example, if somebody throws you into the air, if you press the left on the control stick or the right on the control stick, depending on, you know, what type of throw it is and the angle, you might be able to survive because Mewtwo, for example, has like a kill throw that throws you straight up vertical into the air. Well, if you hold the left or right, you might be able to DI and influence yourself to where you don't go straight up off the blast zone. Because what's the fastest distance between 2 points? A straight line. What's a way to mitigate that? Take longer? Moving off of that straight line. So that's the reason. That's what DI is. Directional influence. All right, take it easy, Jetty. Thanks for coming out to the stream. OJ, have you played Crash Bandicoot Trilogy Edition yet for the Switch? I haven't played on the Switch yet, no. I played a little bit on the Xbox One or something like that. I have a review code. Blue Silver says, OJ, is the D-pad on the Xeno controller really much more different than the regular Pro Controller? I think it's the same at this point with the Pro Controllers that are coming out, but the D-pad on this Pro Controller is better than like the first generation D-pads from like the Switch Pro Controller. But I think that they probably fixed the D-pad to be like all the D-pads are now like this D-pad. So if you bought a newer Pro Controller, like let's say you bought a Pro Controller that was regular after this one came out, I think it would be the same. But I think the ones that came out before this one, because Xeno 2 was in 2017, so anything before the end of 2017, before this controller came out, it's better than that. So yeah. $3:30 a.m. here. Yo, 3:30. So you are in like the UK. You're in Europe somewhere. We will stream for about another 3 minutes, guys. We'll keep this at 2 hours and 30 minutes. I can't have it go too long or people don't want to watch the replays. So we'll stream for about another 3 minutes on this one. If you guys have questions, feel free to let them rip, and I will answer those questions. Yo, Low Tier God streaming already? What the hell? Crazy. What's he streaming? Smash Brothers? Yeah, he's playing Smash. Low Tier God's one of the best. He's one of the most popular Smash Brothers streamers, and dude just started playing Smash Brothers. I wish I can have that type of clout and popularity that I can just start playing a game and freaking 300 to 400 people or 500 people, sometimes even 600 to 700 people will watch this dude play Smash Brothers. That's freaking nuts. All right, take it easy. Take it easy, Blue Silver. Insomnia. Okay, it's all good. I got a lot of videos, Blaze 2000. So if you need some stuff to watch, I got plenty of live streams archived already on the channel. I got plenty of videos that I did for today. So check out the backlog of videos that we got, man. Let's see. Arash says, I saw a video of GameCube controllers, Power A controllers, Nintendo Pro controller. The video said the Pro controller has the most lag on Smash. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't use the Pro controller. I was just doing, this to give you guys an example. I use the GameCube controller, so yeah. Would I agree? I haven't been able to test it, so I don't know which has the most lag. From my play testing, it seems like everything seems about the same, but that's just me. I don't have any type of counter or anything like that. I'd have to really look at it in depth. Rule says, any advice on how to get good on Smash Online? I'm good when I play level 9 CPUs or locally against a friend, but online, no. It's not about getting better online. It's about knowing your character more. So I would say that it's about knowing your character and being able to do the best setups. So whatever your character, whoever your character is, whatever character you use for your main, go find a pro player that uses that character. So tell me who your character is, and I can tell you who to watch. You need to literally just watch somebody else so you know what to do. Like, I think I leveled up my Wolf just by watching Zachary, who's a 15-year-old prodigy Japanese dude that came over here and was bopping everybody. Like, I got better just by watching him because I know what to do in certain situations. So who's your character? Then I can tell you from there. That's how you get better, really. It's about knowing the game mechanics and understanding, what your character can do. But if you watch good players, then you will learn the game mechanics because then you will have to replicate what they do. Like, I learned that, hey, I shouldn't just be forward throwing people with Wolf. I should be throwing them in the air and getting an up throw and getting like an up air too. That's a little bit of it's not like necessarily like a true combo, but it's something that you can get quite a bit. I learned that you can do neutral airs to up tilts at times. I learned that you can two frame a lot of people with like the down smash has a lot of kind of clips underneath. Also the forward tilt clips underneath, like in terms of like recovery back. So I mean, I learned a lot. I learned a lot from watching good players. So. Ice climbers. Ice climbers, you're gonna have to. I would just look up like VG boot camp and then just look up ice climbers and then just find matches on there. So just find there's not any like super good ice climbers players right now, but there's still some quality ice climbers like ices that you can watch. If you just look up VG Bootcamp and just look up Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Ice Climbers, and on their channel in particular, because they run tournaments, and you'll find ices that do some stuff in there. But I can't name any one guy that's like top 8 with ices, that's going to get you, like extreme data. But like that's what I would suggest that you do. Yes, he was using a pro controller. Throwing enemy into a side B. That's very risky though. Very risky because the side B you're in free fall after the side B. So yeah, you have to just be you have to be careful where and when you do that. But yes, I've actually known about that for a while, but it's just risky. The side B covers a lot of terrain too. So I mean, depending on where you are on the map, that is like you might die. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just a very risky move to do. Plant Gang. There's not I mean, if you're using, the Piranha Plant, there's not a lot of data on there already. But just go online and look up. I think Tweak doesn't really have anything, but just go on VG Bootcamp and just type in Piranha Plant and see what those guys are doing on VG Bootcamp. So yeah, just do that and you should be fine. Snake and Cloud. Okay, now those are more feasible characters. Okay, for Snake, go online and look up a guy named Ally, or Ally, Allly, or look up MVD, which I was supposed to get. I didn't get back to MVD about the interview today. Well, anyway, I couldn't have anyway, so we might have to delay that. But anyway, look up MVD. Look up a guy named M because that's easy to remember. MVD. Look up him for Snake, and for Cloud, just look up Zero. There's a guy named Zero is one of the best players in the world. Just look up Zero. And look up his cloud that he did. Like when he used his cloud at that one tournament, I forgot what it was, but there was a big tournament that was just recently. And look up Zero for cloud and look up MVD for Snake. A new GameCube controller and make it the same as the old classic ones. I don't. Probably not, dude. Probably not. But all right, guys, we're going to wrap it up for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Thank you to Ibsters. Thank you to Frank Rodriguez. Thank you for everybody who donated. Appreciate that. Guys, make sure if you're not following me on Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter. We need to get to 7,000 Twitter followers. I've been stuck at 68. I've been stuck at 6,800 Twitter followers for like forever. I don't know what's going on, dude. But yeah, you guys need to hit me up on Twitter. Make sure you guys follow me for all the latest updates. That'd be great. And also check out all the videos if you haven't already done so. Check out my videos on the channel. Some of you guys got insomnia. Well, we got videos on the channel for you guys, so make sure you check those out as well. I am going to get set up for PE News tonight. I'm going to be recording that tonight with the new mic and everything, so I don't think I'll be able to stream, so I'm going to be setting up for PE News, and then I will see you guys tomorrow for live streams and all that. The PE podcast is tomorrow. We'll still have PE live as well, so thank you so much. I do appreciate all of you guys, and we will see you guys for the next one.